Hello and welcome to my stream. Tonight we play more of Sable, and I will need to remember exactly what I was doing in the game. It's been some days since I last streamed, not only this game but also in general. Maybe let's say a little bit more than 1 week, right? Maybe 10 or 11 days, I think. But as today I felt a little bit more energetic, not much. Maybe if you look at my face, you can see that I'm still kind of tired. But I felt better, so I'm like, let's stream a little. This is also starting earlier than normal, and there is a reason for that, because I might finish the stream also earlier than usual. And I think that could be happening more often for some time. And the reason for that is because now there is a TV show that I'm kind of watching a lot, and it's kind of every day, or like it's a daily show. So it started last week together with a lot of things that happened in my life. But I kind of still want to watch the show or like follow the show, so I might be having shorter streams um, to be able to have the time to check it out, right? But at the same time, I'll see if I can start things a little bit early too, at least sometimes. For example, today, so I can also get some more time for my playthroughs. But regarding the game, regarding Sable, I remember we went from the salt plains to the desert area again, right? Which was Sansee, if I'm not mistaken. And we finally found the burnt oak station. And then in there we met some people. There was even one person that wanted to buy our metal scraps from us. Not sure if that's the only reason why we should be collecting those scraps, but it is the only use for them so far. Of course, in the process, we have been also looking for the chum eggs, even though we still don't know what are they for, besides being a collectible. But yes, in the desert area, we also found another one of those kind of looking, kind of shrine looking places that have a floating roof. And then after you travel or after you ride your bike through some rings, the roof connects to the bottom part of it, and then it turns into a shrine of some sorts. Yes, we found another one of that in the desert, and we progressed a little bit more on that side quest. But also, we found another crashed, abandoned, destroyed. I don't know how to call to that or how to call that spaceship or airship, and it had its own dungeon. We went through the dungeon, we found more data on the artificial intelligence, which I think was called Sarin, if I'm not mistaken. So we progressed on those two side quests in the desert area as well, after first finding those or getting to know those in the Salt Plains. So because of that pattern, I kind of think we'll need to find one of each in every single area or like big area of this game. So I don't think there is much left for us to be looking or finding in the desert, but there is still the beetle side quest of it, right? I'm not sure right now if we were looking for Hercules beetle. I need to check that out if that's the species. But we need to find the beetle's nest. That's for sure in the desert because I still couldn't find that. And I actually remember that I saved the game just before getting to another new region or another new area that I don't remember how it was called anymore, but probably it is the, let's say, gloomy woods that has a very crazy bridge, right? I think it was called the Betrayed Bridge or something. Yeah, anyway, we'll remember things in here little by little. But yeah, let's see what we can do tonight. Hopefully, I can at least find this beetle nest in the desert area in Sansee, right? So let's jump into it. But just to be sure, I will check my side quest list or side quest log. Yeah, just to remember what the heck was happening in the game before starting everything, right? So we have a view from the bridge. Yeah, that's the betrayed bridge stuff, right? We have met Elizabeth, a retired Queen Guard, at Burnt Oak Station. And then she said she was heading to the bridge of the betrayed and suggested I should go and see it myself. I imagine this bridge will be in this area that's very close to us. Oh yeah, that area had some sort of huge dinosaur looking fossils. I'm not sure if that's the if it is the area that will have this bridge, but yes, I remember the fossils now that we saw it from distance. I should go and find Elizabeth at the Bridge of the Betrayed. It's southwest of the Burnt Oak Station, in the northern Badlands. Not sure if that's where I'm heading now, though. But sure, we have that. And then we have the Ancient Race side quest, which is the one that has the rings, and then the floating roof dungeon. I activate an old monument by driving through some strange rings. Inside the monument, I found a ring-shaped artifact. Yes, we got two of those. I wonder what are the ring-shaped artifacts for. Probably to give us a mask, which reminds me that we need to find a mask, a shiny mask, so we can also progress on the side quest regarding the salt geyser. How is it called again? The geyser tower, actually. Yeah, in the salt plains. And there is a bird in there, and we need to get the bird's eggs, but to distract the bird from the nest, we gotta get or find a shiny mask. So probably some of these side quests will give us masks or clothing items, right? Then we have the Remains of Change. Ifa asked me to fetch some larval husks from the beetle nest. Yes, that's what I'm looking for tonight. I wanna find this beetle nest near her camp. We have to gather larval husks and we have 0 out of 3. Then there is the gliding quest, right? I received the ibex mask. Wait, the ibex mask from the Temple of Hohenna, and I should collect more masks as part of my gliding. True that. Can't say that we got any new masks so far though. We got more clothing but not really masks. Then there is a historical reconnection. I met an AI named Saren. They played me a message from a long time ago. I should look for more of Saren's terminals. Yes, we got 2 of those so far. Then we have Riding the Wave. That's the bird one, the bird side quest. A hunter named Zebby asked me to climb up the geyser tower and fetch their partner. Their partner? Not sure if that's a typo or if that's really a word. Maybe it is really a word. Dilhan. Instead of like partner, right? I climbed up the geyser tower and met Dilhan. He asked me to fetch him some eggs from the nest at the top of the tower. I need to scare the pink neck away from its nest and steal some of its eggs. And then Dilhan says the bird is afraid of shiny masks. Just like shiny Pokemon. And then we have the treasury scrappers. Altin asked me to bring him any scrap metal I find out in the desert. He'll give me a fair price for it. I should bring any metal scrap or any scrap metal to Altin at Burnt Oak Station. Okay, I really hope there isn't anything else I can do with those. Alright, I think I should focus on finding the beetles. But like I was saying right there, is the next area that when I was closer to it, it looked like it had big, or yeah, look at that. Huge dinosaur fossils, you see? Plus, I can see the balloon that shows us the cartographer's spot, right? Will we be able to climb the mountain to get there? I don't know, because we couldn't get to the map of the Salt Plains so far. But I don't want to go there now. There is another balloon right there. I'm guessing that's the one for this area. Yes, it is the one of this area because that's the direction I'm looking at. Yeah, I will keep on looking for the beetle's nest or any chum eggs in the process, right? Even though it's been some days that I haven't played this game, I kind of feel that I'm returning to feel it again, right? Just by opening it and pressing some buttons and seeing the gliding magic again and everything, I think I'll be okay. Especially because this is totally a very immersive game, right? Like as soon as you boot it up, you kind of feel that you are in there or you feel transported to its universe with these graphics in particular and that beautiful shiny moon and the soothing music. But I do still hope there will be more songs with lyrics by Japanese Breakfast eventually. It can't just be Glider, right? Or the Minu song. I mean, maybe it can, but I kinda hope there is more. I probably have checked this area out, and I should actually plan where am I heading. I don't remember what was there though, but I'm pretty sure I checked that out last time, right? Is that the wind? Oh, it is the wind tower. Can I zoom him? How do I zoom him again? Oh, like this. Oh, isn't that the Burnt Oak station? It's not. Because the Burnt Oak station is right there. What was there again? I even placed a marker there so I could guide myself to it. You know what? I'm kind of feeling like returning there. I'm not too far from it either, so why not? So it's on this direction. Okay, how can I call the bike again? Oh yeah, it's the F key, of course. Press F for bike. Oh, there is a chum egg right there. Of course there is one. How do they want me to get it? I don't think I can climb this. Also, by the way, what is going on right there? It's so shiny and glimmery. What is happening right there? Map? Yeah, there is something there. Haven't I checked that out last time? Maybe not, you know what? Maybe I haven't. Can I just climb this naturally? Maybe I can, and then I'm like underestimating Sable's abilities. No, never mind. It is too tall. I'll need to think about this. But what the heck is going on there? Like, it looks like there is some sort of slide that's kind of pinkish and shiny. Maybe it's these stairs that are shiny, right? And because of that, it really sounds like I haven't checked this out last time, which makes sense. I think I went to bed before exploring this. But sure, let's see what we can find. Wait, what is this now? Is that a... Oh, it's falling sand? I will check that out later. There is a chum egg right here. That's a free chum egg. Not hard to find at all. Have we gotten to 30 already? Oh, 34. Oh, you know what? Maybe I just need to glide from here. Maybe that's the answer. This place is called the Chum Lair. Alright, maybe we can finally learn more about them. Maybe there is somebody here that could explain us what can we do with them. The Chum Lair. I was looking for the Beatles lair, but this works. So, are they really magical creatures because they had that shiny, I don't know, entrance that I cannot find right now though? How can I access this place? It looks too tall for me. Maybe I do need to go down there though. Yeah, right? It is worth a try, but I doubt it that I can climb it from here. Yeah, it's looking too tall. Sure, give it a shot, but I don't think I can. Wait, what the heck is going on now? I mean, that was not intentional, but it could be helpful. This is totally not intentional, but I'm trying to use it to my advantage. But sadly, I'm not recovering my stamina, yeah. If only I could recover my stamina while floating. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is a better possibility. Can I get there? I can't either. Oh, wait, there was a chum egg right in my face? How did I miss you? Yeah, how the heck did I not see you? It's funny how some of these chum eggs are not really like hidden in crazy locations, but they are still somewhat hard to spot, right? Yeah, how the heck do they want me to get there? I think I should also try getting to the one that was on the top of that arc, right? Not arc. Is that the word arch, maybe? On the top of those ruins. The first one that I saw today. That I wish I could find it again. Where is it? Is it on the other side? Man, I hate my lack of navigation skills. By the way, that right there is also shiny, right? Yeah, that looks like some sort of mechanical area. Maybe another... I don't know... abandoned spaceship or another spaceship crash spot. Oh, maybe from here. That's the arch that I was looking for. Am I losing height? I am, right? Yeah, it's too far though. This is not going to do it. Because there is a difference of a depth difference, right, on this one arc or arch that I can't climb it. You see right there? Yeah, that is not working. But I cannot get to a higher place that's closer to that, can I? Can I climb this? I actually can. I mean... Oh, I could. There we go. Maybe from here? Is this the answer? Not enough. I mean, maybe I can walk. Yeah, can I get... Oh, there we go, there we go. I found the answer. Nice. And I just got a flashback from Zelda Ocarina of Time right now. This Chum Egg location, because it is on top of like a monument of some sort, this looks a lot, or it feels a lot like the Spirit Temple, right? In the Gerudo Valley area. And then there was a... I think it was a spot for you to plant a magic seed in there. Oh, no, never mind, it was a piece of heart. Yeah, and then that piece of heart was on top of that monument, right in front of the Spirit Temple, which, by the way, was my favorite in Ocarina of Time. It is also kind of like the easiest, but I think it is a very atmospheric, thematic temple or dungeon. Its music is great as well, so it is my favorite. Maybe just the boss fight is like... I don't know, not a big fan of fighting the witches, but the dungeon itself is great. Oh, there is this one entrance in here. Chum Eggs, I'm home! Is this the answer on how I can get to the top of this? Oh. What is that now? Are you the Chum Egg evolution? You kinda look creepy though. Are you a ghost Pokemon? Holy shit, oh! It is like the Chum God. Upon seeing the frankly humongous Chum holding up the remains of an ancient stone tower, I nearly jump out of my skin. Yeah, this is a huge Chum Egg, or actually Chum, right? It's a legendary Pokemon. Before I collect myself, I hear a voice cooing. In my head? It's the Queen Chum. Oh, hello, Wanderer. Please don't be frightened. The giant Chum cocks its head at me and chirps. Are you talking to me? Is this real? Is this real life? I just remember David After Dentist meme from like many years ago, right? Is this real life? Good memes from YouTube. I will say, are you talking to me? No, I mean, never mind. Of course she's talking to us. Is this real? I express my tentative. That's funny, that's a word in English. I never knew that. I express my tentative disbelief for this scenario. I am talking to you. As much as I am able to talk. But are you using some sort of, telepathy? And you are able to perceive my thoughts. But I assure you, I am as real as you are. By the way, there is a door right there. What the heck? Do you have a dungeon in here, Queen Chum? I hear you are carrying some of my children. I'm trying to find them, yeah? I can feel the eggs squirming in my satchel at their mansion. I mean, this is probably where I need to bring them then. Although, what is that for? I relax suddenly, comforted by the absurdity of the situation. This game really goes for some words that I'm not used to say or to see or to hear. Like absurdity, nobody has ever spoken that that I can remember. But sure, this is still teaching me English. Your name is old and vast like the desert. Sable? I'm off the syllables. I'm off the syllables as it chirps silently. Sable! How beautiful. I don't have a name as such. But I am the queen of the chums. You may call me the queen chum, or chum queen, as you prefer. I bow my head politely. Politely, right? Not politely. I bow. It's bow, I think. We can be bow though. That sentence is killing me or killing my English. But I'll say bow. I bow my head politely. There we go. It's an honor to meet you, Queen. How can I be of service to you? I will say it's an honor to meet her. The Queen seems surprised by my familiarity. Of course you were a freaking queen. Oh my, you were you were such a proper little human. Well, you being here feels very lucky indeed. Because I brought you your kids. Perhaps you could help us? So what is the thing? Our eggs are scattered throughout the deserts, but they need to be planted somewhere safe. Bring them here, little one. I will be able to give you something for your favor. Please give me some sort of, I don't know, higher gliding ability or being able to have more stamina to climb as well. Although I still have this feeling that this game might not really give me upgrades. And it's all about puzzle solving and parkouring. And then, for example, right now, I saw that chum egg on top of that monument. And then I was like, how the heck do they want me to get here, you know? And then I had to go to the specific spot that I could get enough height to jump and glide there. So sometimes it is about that, the strategies and noticing the correct answer for the puzzle, right? And maybe that's what I also missed in the Salt Plains when I could not get to the cartographer's balloon in there. Also, hi Ultros, what's up, man? Good luck, thank you so much, man. So far, it's looking great because I was able to find this giant creature that's finally going to tell me what do I do with my collectibles. Because so far I have been collecting them for who knows what. But yeah, what is the favor that I can help you out with? My answer comes without hesitation. A big yes. You are a kind little slug, aren't you? I think you look more like a slug than us, though. I think I'm going to like you, Sable, okay. To start things off, bring me 5. I brought you 34 already. Maybe 35 actually. Is that good enough? Yes, I have them with me already, not saying goodbye. You have been busy. So many of us together already. Yep. It's easier to find your children than you. The party background for the Leafs victory? Wait, give me a second here. There we go. What was the team yesterday? Or like, who were they playing against? We have missed a few Leafs wins. Oh, really? During these days they were winning? Let's go. They finally reacted, right? They beat both New York teams. There are 2 New York teams. That Marner goal, I loved how he was like, you know, like falling. And then suddenly he he pretty much made a move, right? That he just like placed strategically the, how is that called in English again? It's not like the disc, right? There is a specific word for hockey that I always forget. I'm still not used to that word. Yes, I can't remember that. The puck. Yes, I need to get used to that word. Strategically, like, before I fall, There we go. He placed the puck in there. I also noticed that I think his name was Matthews. Matthews, right? Yes, I read the Matthews name in that game as well. So he's finally back for real, right? Because weren't him. Wait, wasn't right? Wasn't him the one that got injured some like weeks ago? And then you weren't sure if he was going to play against the Boston Bruins. Yeah, but he was in that game too. It's even better winning at home too. Oh, that explains why there were so many people wearing the Toronto Leafs uniform. They were against the New York City Rangers, but there is also the New York Islanders. Okay, there is the cities team and also the states team. And they beat the Islanders like 5-2. And then yesterday it was against the Rangers. Marner had possession of the puck from the other end of the ice and carried it all the way to the net. That's true. Like nobody could stop him. And then when he was kind of falling, he still I don't know played it very precisely. It's funny how it is hard to see that in my opinion. Like they really had to show me like the other angles and the replay for me to really see, wait, is the puck inside of the goal? Because it's so fast and also people are wearing so many clothes in the game or uniforms in the game that it's hard to see where is the tiny puck is, right? So when they are falling, like Mario was falling, I'm like, is the puck falling with him? Like, or is the goalie getting the puck? It's kind of hard to see the play. But as soon as somebody's celebrating or like screaming, then you realize, oh, it was a score then. I think I would feel lost if I were watching that game in real life because I would be like, "Where is the puck? What's going on? I can't chase it or like spot it anymore." So Matthews missed 2 games. He missed 2 games, but now he's back, right? I'm hoping or wondering if he was back since that Boston game. So the US teams, some have a city and a state team. Interesting. You saying that sounds like Canada doesn't do the same. Marner is very good with like controlling and dancing around with the puck. Yeah, he really avoided everybody and he did it very easily. Like it sounded like the New Yorkers team couldn't really do anything to stop him. And then Matthews is more of a sniper shot guy, I see. Speaking on which, GoldenEye 00764 is coming up this month. Actually, I think it's tomorrow if I'm not mistaken to the Switch. And also to Xbox if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes it's hard to see. Yes, I was like, wait, what happened? And then I had to see the replay. Oh, it's next week, man? But it's still let's say the regular games, right? It's not the playoffs, right? The playoffs are only later on, right? How is the chart now? Has anything changed? I remember you were very happy about, I think, the 4th place of like the chart, that it was a team that normally goes very bad and then this time or in this competition they are kind of surprising everybody. But I'm kind of still imagining that the Boston team is still on top. Are the Leafs still in second? Canada doesn't do the same. When the players swarm the net, yeah, it's like, where is the puck? I can't see anything because they are all like full of, like their bodies become an obstacle, or at least a sight obstacle. Oh, it's still the regular season games, all right. So let's see, right? I don't want to really, let's say, grow on expectations that the Leafs will win. Because honestly, in my opinion, from what you told me about, the last game felt that was a very good game. I wasn't really sure if the Leafs could really have a fair clash against the Boston Bruins after everything I have been hearing about them from you, right? But they did have a very good clash, right? They just couldn't, let's say, keep it up to the end of the game, but they had an amazing beginning and start, or they were in control of the game for most part until they kind of changed it up. So I don't want to grow on expectations, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen because it is doable. But at the same time, it's good to also know or to consider that it's not going to eliminate the Leafs from the competition in case the worst happens, right? But let's see. Yeah, they surprised me in the first game. If this time they don't like drop the hype or like they, I don't want to say throw it because I'm pretty sure they did not throw it, but they kind of lost control of the situation, and then the other team, the Boston's, they were able to react and overcome. So if they can keep that control going on, then it's going to be more possible for them to win. So Boston has a huge strong first with 80 points, while the Leafs are in second. Okay, they're still at second place with 68. That's 12 points or 6 wins. Leafs would need to win 6 and Boston needs to lose 6. That sounds not what's going to happen. The third place was Tampa Bay. Oh, Tampa was the team then with 61 points. Leafs are keeping that gap as the best as they can. Tampa can catch up. Yeah, if the Leafs can keep this going though, this victory streak, right, going on, then this is going to be okay. Like Tampa is catching up, but they won't. Oh, the Buffalo Sabres, that's the one. They are still at 4th, which is high for them. Do you think they can't get to 3rd? Are they too far from Tampa Bay? Tampa Bay and Toronto were facing each other last year in the first round playoff. Oh, okay, so Tampa Bay is also a threat, right? Because they were actually, I don't know if they were better than Boston, but if they got to the playoffs, then they were like a big rival from Toronto too. And then in 2021, Tampa won the cup. Okay, so yep. Maybe there will be a plot twist where Tampa destroys Toronto, destroys Boston, destroys Buffalo, destroys everybody. Which I hope doesn't happen. Buffalo is kind of far, okay. Yeah, so those 3, they have a good lead then. And most likely, like you also said, I don't think the game will change unless the Leafs start dropping everything, like they start throwing everything, right? Which let's hope they won't. So last year for the playoffs, Toronto had to face the Cup champions. I see where the playoff curse is coming from now, yeah, right? If they need to be facing the champions right in the first playoff game, rip. But brought it to game 7. They play a series of games, best of 7, first to 4 wins. Wait, first to 4 wins? Do you mean the first team that wins 4 games, they win? Is that what you mean? Is there a possibility of like no team wins 4 times? I don't know if that's a thing. Leafs had 3 wins, just needed 1 more, but Tampa came in and got the fourth win. Interesting. That's a... Oh, you know what? Man, it's been so long that I was streaming that I'm now remembering some things I had to say, right? There was that Pokemon Go friend that is interested on hockey. His team was Chicago, right? Is Chicago still in the last place? Probably, right? And also NFL. And then actually he's traveling today to Vietnam. So yeah, he's going to spend a whole month traveling in Asia, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's Asia, right? In Vietnam, Cambodia. Hopefully that's the way to pronounce that country's name in English, Cambodia, and also Laos. Yeah, he's going to visit those 3 countries because surprisingly he's like a big traveler, or like his family is like a big traveling family. Even though he's super young, he has been to more than 100 countries already. So I was like, okay, that sounds crazy and awesome at the same time. So he's traveling to freaking Vietnam. And yeah, I met him before he did that, like last week. it was one of the reasons why I could not train during these days, because I was super busy. And then, like last week, I was super busy. And then this week, I was super tired because I was recovering my energy from the last week, right? I have met him like 3 days in a row. It was like 3 days in a row we met to play Pokemon Go, chat, and in one of those days I even brought my Nintendo Switch. We played Mario Kart together. Um, but yeah, that friend, he was also telling me some more information about some crazy rules that happen both in hockey and also in NFL. And I was surprised to learn that there is a, what is the word? Um, how is that called now in English? I will just go for the explanation of the meaning because I can't remember the word right now. It's not playoff. Playoff is the game, but you know that season where the teams are choosing their new players from the college teams? There is a word for that I just forgot. But yeah, he was telling me how it works for hockey and also for NFL. The draft. That's the word. Correct, Ultras. So I was mind blown by that because it looks like that the order of the teams in the, let's say, last season of the games or last tournament will determine who will be the first one to pick the college player for the next year. And then they pretty much it works like the last team in the competition will be the first one, or like he will have the priority to pick the best, or it depends, like maybe the team doesn't want the best player, but like the one that will fit the strategy of that team for the next year's competition the most, right? The person will be the team will be the first one to pick the next player. So yeah, he was telling me that. I thought it was so crazy how the draft works, because it's funny how it sounds different than how it is in here. I think that in Brazil it's pretty much like whoever has like more money will buy the player, or like will have a contract with the player and will kind of hire the player to like play for them. While in those other competitions like NHL and NFL, it is about the classification, like the final results of the teams. And then, for example, I was just saying that probably Chicago was still at last. They will be the first one to pick the most wanted college player. And then there is a whole situation about also making an agreement between teams of like, oh yeah, they have this one super hyped player, but he performs this one role in a team, and we already have a very good player in that role, so we don't really need to get that player right away, right? And then there is another team that wants that player more than the first one to pick, so they can kind of have an agreement of like, hey, could I change positions with you so you get the player you want, and then I can pick two players by the time I get to, I don't know, your spot or something? It was like madness when he was explaining me, and I was surprised on how that doesn't have a lot to do with money, because it's kind of like more just to do it that way, because it will help the teams to be more balanced for the next competition and make things even more interesting. But I think I don't know if that's how it works, let's say, for the rest of the world. But in Brazil, I'm pretty sure it's all about the money. Like, whoever pays the most for somebody to get that player into their teams. I'm thinking about soccer, of course, right? Because it is the most popular sport here in Brazil. Will get the player. In case there is a crazy draft for soccer in Brazil, I have never heard of that. I only hear about people making contracts with soccer players and stuff. So I was mind blown about that. Yeah, regarding hockey, regarding NFL, and also I think NBA too, or some other tournaments, right? I was mind blown by that, and I think it's the best because it does really balance the teams, and it gives more chances for, let's say, the last placers to have some better results in the upcoming tournaments. Although, as well, it is impossible to really predict how the players will perform. So I remember that my friend was like super pissed off about this one supposedly college favorite that sucked in the real tournament, right? Yeah, maybe he was a player of his team. I'm not sure. The Seattle Seahawks in NFL. He was kind of disappointed by that guy. He was a quarterback, right? I think in NFL, a quarterback position is like super major, super important. And then he was disappointed by his performance, even though he was like the college favorite, right? But you kind of have better odds for the player to be a good player from the college results, but it's not a guarantee for sure, right? And also, some people that were kind of like, oh, he was the last one college player picked. And then once he's actually playing in the real tournament, he's like, holy shit, he's surprising everybody. He's like unexpectedly being great. So yeah, those things can happen too, and I think that's great. Let me catch up with the chat now. There is like an imaging here. What is that? That's the chart. Oh yeah, the Leafs rip the Leafs. The Leafs were only in the first in the first like game, right? And then they were cut off. The New York Rangers. Who is the Lightning Bolt though? Yeah, who is that Lightning Bolt team? That was the last year's playoff bracket. So you can see the 16 teams, then 8, then 4, then 2, yeah. And then they got to a mountain team versus the Lightning Bolt. And each series is the team 1-on-1 playing the best of 7. Oh, they play 7 games? I was thinking they were playing like with different teams. I see. Okay, now I understand how they can for sure have 4 wins for those 7 games. I was thinking they were playing between each other. No, it's like the same team. Okay. Some teams like to tank to get that first round pick. And yeah, teams will make deals. Yes, I was like mind blown by that, right? It was like a whole strategy thing and very fair, like I was saying, because it will help the good teams to stay being good because they already have, let's say, very good players, and also the bad teams to get better players to balance their levels. I felt that was amazing, but surprisingly, uh, from what I imagined, money won't be a big part on that, right? Because it is more related to the classification or to the position of the teams in the tournament. So that was very interesting to learn about. We'll give you Marner for your first round pick. Yeah, it's something like that. There is lots of background movements. It works that way too. Do you mean that money can be involved? Players become free agents, no contracts, and play for whoever they want or whoever wants them, but some teams may snatch them and say, hey, play for us for 5 years and you get like a crazy amount of money. Oh, so it can also be mixed. I wonder what determines that then. Like, is it maybe it happens with like the draft if they don't get very good opportunities for like contract opportunities, so the draft goes on like normally. But what if like the draft tells that that player should be playing for one team and then there is like another team paying for that player? Who gets the preference? Is it really the money then in that case? Marner, Matthews all came from top draft picks. Oh, okay, so the Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay, so those were the or that was the Tampa Bay team, the Lightning one. They were against a Mountain team with an A, right? Yeah, so each pair for each series they face each other. I got it now. So Leafs and Tampa played 7 games for each other, but Tampa moved on. Matthews this year is wait, Matthews, this is year 5 of his 5 years with the Leafs. So he has never left the Leafs then. People think he might go to another team. You think so now? Yeah, I think you were actually talking to me about that, right? Another time. I have been busy, so many of us together already. Yep. Excellent works, young Sable. The queen coos at me while her gentle voice resonates in my head. Before next week's game against Boston, will there be another Leafs game? And also, when is that? Oh, never mind. So he has played with another team before. He signed when he was 18. How old is he now, though? Because he started with 18, then he stayed 5 years with the Leafs. But if he really had another team, then is he kind of getting to, I don't know, 30 years old or something like that? Never mind. Maybe he is in his mid 20s, right? 26 or something. Oh, how fortunate for you to have taken an interest in us. Oh, so they also play tomorrow and Sunday. He's okay. So I was completely wrong. So Matthew's first hockey team was indeed the Leafs. Yeah, because he was taken from the draft that we were talking about when he was still a college player, right? And then he never left the Leafs. So maybe that's how it goes as well. Like after, let's say the players they get more professional, and they are of course not in college anymore. Then the contracts with the money starts, or those contracts they start becoming more regular. Because yeah, right. He won't have another draft, so maybe that's also how the contracts will be playing as well. I don't know, man. I hope he stays with the Leafs, but at the same time, in case he leaves for like a better contract, then I'm happy that he was able to help the Leafs a lot during that time. It's just going to suck to like face him during another tournament, right? People will be fighting for him. You are sure he has had secret offers? Yeah, which makes sense, right? It's better for him. Like he's thinking on himself, not really uh, for the team that much. Of course, he'll feel sad, but at the same time, he's caring for his own performance, so that's understandable. Sometimes they just want another team and take less money. Oh, really? You think some players will prefer playing in another team with less money? Unless maybe they are not feeling happy with their current team, maybe because I don't know problems and internal fights. I can't see his name on another jersey. Oh no. Yeah, that's going to suck, right? But I'm pretty sure it happens. Let's say all the time. If it is another team that makes it out of the first round, he might be sick of playing for Toronto and never getting out of round one playoffs. I see, so he has that one grudge. But I hope he knows it's not his fault. Like, it's nobody's fault, to be honest. Because he's one of the best players in the league. But didn't you say as well that this year he wasn't as shiny and bright as usual? Yeah, this hasn't been his best year, right? He of course does a good job, but he has had better days or better competitions. Yeah, which makes me think he's over it. I see. Maybe you don't think he's giving his best because he's kind of tired of the cycles of the Leafs. So you know what's funny? From what you were saying, then this one tournament sounds more important than like just winning for winning, right? It sounds more important that because it could bring Matthews back to the team in case they can either win or like get, let's say, further in the tournament, right, without getting cut right in the beginning of the playoffs. Yeah, so this one tournament is more important than just like the prize itself or like being the champions. It's also very important on the team itself and how is it going to look like for the upcoming years. Or we can all be wrong too. What if the Leafs win the championship and then Matthews is still like, okay, there was another contract in there. It sounds better to me. So hey guys, and bye, right? We don't know, but it could play a part in his decision. But he's also working more on the defense play, which is good. I think the whole team should be working more on the defense play because it's pretty much the Leafs' weaknesses, right? Or actually, the Leafs' weakness. There we go. I find myself smiling at this magnanimous. That's a hard word. I find myself smiling at this magnanimous compliment. You are a rare specimen in the sage. What is she doing? She's... She just gave us a tear. Inside of our soul. Wait, can we have more stamina? Yes, we got the Chum Queen tier, but is that a way for us to get more stamina? Yes! Thank goodness! So there are upgrades in here. Oh my god, and I was right because the freaking Chum eggs were, or the Chums, they were kind of saying they have some sort of floatability, I don't know, characteristics or floatability capacities. Man, I'm not sure if I'm saying the right pronunciations though. But they can float, basically, so maybe that could help us to also, not really float, because that's the gliding ability, but actually, perform better in general, and it was the stamina, so I'm very happy about finding the Chum eggs. Different people have been scoring more, and defense has gotten better. So the team has been more balanced then. Maybe the original defenders were improving their attack, and the attackers were improving their defense. We're pretty optimistic anyway. By the way, yeah, Cambodia. Okay, Cambodia, there we go. Yeah, this friend is traveling to Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. Honestly, I would never travel to those countries though. He has been to India as well. I think I would never travel to India either. I don't know. I understand those countries. They of course will have great things to offer. Um, but I don't feel connected to them. Yeah, I don't mind Asia. I would never go to China though. Yeah, neither China. I do, let's say, I do say thanks to China, not because of the whole, let's say, politics situation in there, but but because of the commercial aspect of it. Thanks to China, I was able to get this computer, also my Switch this year, so thank you, China, for your products. But I wouldn't go there either. Asia is complicated for me as well. Even Japan, that has uh, a lot of cultural things that I love, like anime, movies, especially anime, right? And games as well, for example, Nintendo. But I can see myself struggling there a lot, especially with Japanese food. Or, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if there is an Asian country that I would feel crazy to visit. Maybe Japan is number one, but even Japan has its situations that I'm not sure if I will fit them, right? But I have never been anywhere. I would just go anywhere anyone would go with you. You mean you haven't been anywhere in Asia, right? But you have traveled abroad before. They do have McDonald's, that's true. Although there are McDonald's in there, we'll have a different menu, Ultras. So what if their menu in there has, I don't know, all sorts of craziness that I don't like? But I can find some. You know what? I want to believe that because there is the Japanese Brazilian exchange or cultural exchange thanks to immigrants, I want to believe that somewhere in Japan there will be some Brazilian things or Brazilian restaurants or Brazilian products or something. Maybe not explicitly speaking, but somewhere because it must have something, right? As there are many Brazilians living there, and so as there are many Japanese living in here. So you know what? Maybe I'm just coming up with like a tragedy in my brain, but it won't be that bad. I have been around Canada and areas of the US. The US counts as foreign country though. Especially if you have been to, let's say, many states of the US, because the US is huge. You need to go somewhere tropical, but nobody wants to go. I think I need to go to either Argentina or Europe or Canada. Yeah, Argentina, Europe. I would say Germany probably, but it could be somewhere else as well. Italy would be awesome. Maybe the UK, but I'm not certain. Ireland. Ireland would be amazing too. Yes, Ireland would be amazing. But not really France. Oh, maybe Portugal. I could consider Portugal. Spain, I'm good about Spain. Yeah, I would say Germany, Italy, maybe Portugal. I think those three would be the. Or Ireland as well. Yeah, those four would be my favorite places to go, probably. You need that kaoma in your ears and bouncing boobies in your vision. Oh, dude. Just be sure, be sure to also not get too distracted about your surroundings, right? Because Rio has been very crazy lately as well. Yeah, there are lots of people in the streets asking for money, asking for food, and then this one friend that I was telling you that traveled to Vietnam, he went to Arpoador Beach, which is like between Copacabana Beach and Ipanema Beach in Rio. And when he went there, he kind of saw like let's say a thieves mob. Not sure how to translate this one word in Portuguese that we have, but it's a word that's called arrastão. Yeah, an arrastão in Portuguese, it's pretty much, let's say, a slang for when there is like a huge group of thieves just stealing things from everybody that there is in the way, right? And then they go there, steal everything, and then they return to the favelas or something. Yeah, he saw that was happening. Normally that happens in the beaches. So just like don't get too distracted, be aware of your surroundings. Chorando se foi quem dia. I don't remember the. I mean, that's the rhythm, but I can't get to that part correctly, right? But isn't it actually chorando estará? Chorando estará. I don't know. You see how I still suck at lyrics even when it's in Portuguese? But there is a part that chorando estará, right? Because I can't really sing that part of the lyrics that you told me, Ultras, with that rhythm because it sounds off. Maybe it is chorando se foi quem dia. It sounds like there is something missing. Só me fez chorar, but I think something is missing or I'm just bad, right? Yeah, there is that part. That's the part that I'm most used to. Chorando estará ao lembrar de um amor que dia não soube cuidar. Yes, that's the part that I'm most used to. The first one I was a bit lost about it. Yeah, there we go. The second part I can sing it correctly, yes. Na 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 na. Yeah, man. You need to learn Portuguese to sing that song too, right? And I need to train it too myself. It's funny that you were saying that, but you won't get the reference. But let me actually give you big picture then. Today I'll be finishing the stream sooner than normal. Actually, that's probably going to be happening in my next streams for a while because of this TV show that I have been watching. It's Big Brother Brazil, pretty much. And the other day in Big Brother Brazil, there was a concert of this one super old Brazilian band. Like everybody that's kind of around my age today, they grew up hearing that band songs. And everybody was shocked to see them performing again after so many years with the original dancers and singers in the Big Brother Brazil show. And yeah, it was amazing. Like everybody was going crazy and nuts on Twitter. And that song, the one from Kaoma, right? It's super legendary too. Like it's super old and everything. So I just got a flashback from like watching Big Brother Brazil and seeing that happening because it's like, oh my god, this sounds like childhood, you know, that sounds so nostalgic, that song again and everything. And that's the feeling this one song from Kaoma, at least that's how I feel about it, and maybe that's also how you also feel about it, right? It sounds very nostalgic for some reason, not only because it's old, right, but because it feels like it's been with us, or especially with you, for a long time. And before it, oh, you do sing the songs Let's Go? I remember a friend tried to argue it was Spanish. No, it is Portuguese, yeah. Because the guy his mom was dating that week said it was, and he was Spanish. Maybe there is a variation, who knows? Maybe there is a version of that song in Spanish too, and that's the one that he has heard before. Not sure. Normally, these songs that are somewhat popular in many countries, they are translated, right? And then they have all sorts of language versions around the world. One example is Nina's. Nina's. How is it in English? It's like, I know in German, like in German it is not 99 Luftballons, right? I think in English it kind of changes into something air balloons or something. Let me see. But that song got a version in English as well, right? Um, Red balloons, maybe? Okay, it is 99 red balloons in English. Yeah, there is a whole English version of that song, but the original, which is my favorite, is in German. And it is 99 Luftballons. Yeah, so these popular songs, they all spread around everywhere with like new translations and stuff. And you were like, oh, it's 100% Portuguese. I would chop my private parts off and slap them on the desk if I'm wrong. Have you looked for concerts, Ultras? You should look for like live concerts of Kaoma on YouTube, right? In case there are concerts of them, but probably there will be at least some, right? It's actually not really nostalgic to you, but within the last 10 years of life. Oh, the person who his mom was dating was a. What is that now? A con artist? Oh, he was pretending to be a Spanish guy. Okay, so that was actually an evidence that he was faking it, right? Yeah, that's the one. 999 red balloons. 99 das Luftballon. Yeah, that's the one song. I love it. Oh, you do? The live concerts from the 90s aren't usually real performances, they are just lip syncing. Still, it is fun, right? But that's true actually. Many of those 90 concerts, they were just lip syncing. But the main lady from Kaoma has done performances of her own. A con artist is a term made for someone using fake personalities for malicious reasons. Wait, are you for real? The guy was. Oh, that's the short version of the word, right? Con artists can be just said as con. Then I see. But did you guys figured why he was doing it to your mom? Like, what the heck? Or maybe he was not doing it for your mom in particular, right? He was doing it for, I don't know, something else in his life, maybe his job or something. But then he ended up dating your mom, and then he went with that fake ID for her as well, right? As part of whatever he was attempting to do already. He had money which she wanted, and she had a house that was nice as which he wanted. Not really our business or whatever, but she had a new man per month. Oh, really? Oh, it was your friend's mom. Wait a second. Oh yeah, friend mom. Yeah, that's true. It's your friend's mom. It's because when you said his mom or something, I maybe I just thought about your mom. You know. Okay, so it was. Yeah, it's not really your business then. That's true. Lucky for you, the tears of a chum carry great power. I think I can get even more stamina from this. Your mom wouldn't be into fake Spanish man. Yeah, thank goodness she has. She's smart, right? That's not like a good deal. But also, hopefully, your friend's mom, even though it's not our business, um, she has found better men, right? Yeah, because like it's bad for you to have a relationship with somebody with fake ID. Like, how can you trust that person? I nod solemnly, sparing her any elaboration on her suggestion. I wouldn't say so. You wouldn't say that your friend's mom has not like gotten to better relationships, or do you think it's not smart to not have that relationship? Bring me 15 eggs next. I have them in my hands. Building a queendom. Oh, it's that like a pun on like kingdom? Let's check that out. I met the Queen Chum in her lair in Sansee, and then she said to bring her chum eggs. I should bring 15 chum eggs to the Queen Chum. I got them. I don't keep up, but it's usually a new man each time she's posting something. She likes variety, I guess. That's all good. Well, yeah, I guess so. Uh, it's it's just different, right? How people can be like. Some people would look for stability, while some others may prefer variety, right? Yeah, it's just a different way of thinking, I guess. So maybe in her life, it wouldn't be that major that the fake Spanish man was like a fake Spanish man, right? Maybe for her, it doesn't matter that much because she might be already thinking about another connection, another relationship or something. You're trying to be diplomatic, and then some people prefer who have money. That's also true. You were saying that they had uh, an interest, right, on each other, like the house. And then he had money. But I think he sold drugs. It could be something like that. He had very expensive cars, but said he was a telemarketer? What? Yeah, maybe it is shadier than that. By the way, it's funny how, regarding fake identities, it's something I heard and I think it makes a lot of sense. In the black market, the Brazilian passport is like one of the most expensive ones because everybody can be a Brazilian. Regarding, let's say, physical appearance, right? Everybody can be a Brazilian. Thanks to our uh, mix of races and people, right? So it turns out that he was Guyanese. Interesting. Yeah, we have a very eclectic look. Everybody can be a Brazilian. sometimes it is. I don't want to say that it's hard to, let's say, identify a Brazilian. I mean, it is, but at the same time, there are people that are straight up Brazilians. Like that, there are people that maybe you can see their, let's say, traits more close to like other countries' traits, thanks to the mix of everything we have in here. So you might be like, oh yeah, you could be, I don't know, European, or you could be Asian, or you could be, I don't know, American or something, but you are Brazilian. But there are some other people that I'm like, okay, you are straight up Brazilian, you know? Yeah, there are people and people, right? There are lots of black, and then some more Latin looking, also native Brazilian traits as well. Some white folk, some Asian, yes. I think Brazil had imported many slaves from Africa. Indeed, that's how the history goes in here. More than anywhere else. Not sure if I would say it's more than anywhere else though. About that, I'm not sure. I would guess the US has probably done something like that too, don't you think? I'm not sure. But indeed, Brazil has gotten many slaves from Africa. And also different ruling empires like Portugal. Yes, Portugal was the colonizer, although there were moments that other countries, they, or other, I don't know, civilizations, they tried to conquer parts of Brazil. There were cities that the Netherlands got in the past, also France as well, probably Spain, but I don't actually remember right now a situation about Spain, but probably because Portugal and Spain were kind of rivals, right? But I do remember for sure cities and areas that France and uh, the Netherlands, they invaded and kind of conquered, right? For some time at least. But man, history is not my forte. I never really cared that much for history. Let's talk to the Chum Queen again, because we can probably get even more upgrades in here. I greet the Queen Chum. The Queen asks me if I have the eggs for her. Yes. It depends how history is used and weaponized. That's actually very correct. Um, some years ago, not long ago though, but a couple years ago, there have been some more debates on who are, let's say, the heroes of our history books, you know, and then how is it right or wrong for you to really, let's say, celebrate or praise the Portuguese colonizers of the country, because it is the story can either tell you a story of conquer and victory if you look at it by the eyes of, let's say, the Portuguese colonizers, or it can be a sad story of like death, massacre, genocide, and everything if you just think about the native Brazilians, right? So yeah, I remember some years ago some people were kind of bringing that up with more debates, and there was a whole movement that I think it has been actually progressing little by little on stopping to highly praise the Portuguese colonizers and starting to really learn about who were the real people that lived in here before everything else, right? Like the native Brazilians. And by giving you an example, there were some monuments, statues, and like things like that, even names of streets that were based on Portuguese historical personalities or like people that were changed or like removed. So especially some characters that were heavily based on slavery. So yeah, they have been changing that little by little and trying to, you know, not continue with that culture that would be reminding people of the dark past or like the sad past that we had in here. because it just depends on how you look at it, right? It depends on your point of view, and normally we kind of ignore the shit that has happened because we were so blind to how the history has been told to us. But now people are debating that more and working on changes, right? We can only acknowledge this point in time and forward. That is true, because the rest is only things that we were told, right? We were not there to really think by ourselves. History books or whatever, just a story told from someone's angle, yeah. No such thing as inclusive, no biased history. Same idea in there, yeah. Can't pretend it didn't happen, that's true. It's just someone else's point of view. Won't know history if you weren't there. Unless you can, I don't know, study the both sides. You know, you can of course hunt history and then get more information for everything that has happened, but sadly it's not balanced, or like it's not that easy to find that information because there is always someone in charge or someone in power that will try to prevent you to find the truth, or that probably has already burned the truth actually. Like maybe there was, I don't know, a book that would show you another point of view, and then that book was lost, that book was, I don't know, destroyed, because it sounds a lot like, I don't know, those dystopian movies like 18 how is it called? Wait, how is the George Orwell's book called now? 1899? No, it's not like that. That's the freaking Netflix series, right? That I binged. Oh, it's 1984 or something. I just forgot it. Let me confirm it. Oh yeah, 1984. There we go. Or Fahrenheit as well, right? Fahrenheit. What is the temperature number as well? Fahrenheit 451. There we go. Fahrenheit 451, where they kind of burn the books and then they erase history, right? Also, hi Gabriel, what's up, man? I just realized that I suck at remembering numbers in books, right? Which, by the way, I still need to read Fahrenheit 451. Yeah, that's a book that I really want to read at some point. I have read, was it 1984? I think it was, right? I have read it. I even read 1904 by Haruki Murakami, which is my favorite writer. It is not really based on 1984, but let's say there is a connection there somehow, but it's a very decent one and made differently. But I remember being curious for Haruki Murakami's book thanks to George Orwell's book as well. But the story was completely different, which I didn't mind because I loved it, especially the second book. Let's focus on trying to make people hate each other now because of history. To be fair, that book gets way overpraised than it should. Do you mean 18? Wait, do you mean 1984 or do you mean Fahrenheit 451? Probably you mean George Orwell's book, right? Uh, how can I say it? I think the book is famous or popular more because of its ideas than, let's say, the plot itself, or like than the story itself. I want to say that that it is what it is thanks to how um not unique, that's not the word that I'm looking for, maybe impactful it was for that time. I don't know, it was a cultural mark, right? Basically that inspired so many other things, even the show that I'm watching right now, Big Brother Brazil, right? So like it is used by all possible sides whenever it benefits them. I can see that, yeah. We are basically in 1984 right now. Yes, especially with all the screens, all of the cell phones, all of the cameras everywhere, right? But it was a boring read. I did like it. I just wouldn't say it's my favorite. I think I liked it more than the other one by George Orwell. How is that one book called in English? Animals' Rights. I actually think that's the name, right, for of it in English. Animals' Rights. Is it that? Am I really getting it right? My guts are telling me that's how it's called in English. No, Animal Farm. Okay, so it is Animal Farm. I preferred 1984 over Animal Farm, yeah. But I understand how, let's say, important or like cultural those two books were. But if I had to compare between every book I mentioned here, my favorite was totally Haruki Murakami's 19Q4, right? Yeah, 19Q4. But it's a complete different thing. It is a how is the genre called again? Magic realism. Yeah, it is a trip. Like that story, and actually most of Murakami's books are a big trip, and they are very good. As an example to be used, have you guys been reading something? Probably not, right? It's been forever since I last read a book. I was reading freaking It, right? Stephen King's It, but I stopped. Also, the third book of the Game of Thrones, even though sometimes, even this week, like I was thinking, I want to watch something. What am I watching? I kind of wished I could go back to like and watch the rest of the Game of Thrones show, but I'm still stuck in the third book. Not because it is bad, it was amazing, very, very good. It's just that I'm lazy, distracted, and not feeling the effort to go back to reading, which I should. The queen asks me if I have the eggs for her. Yes. This is giving us more stamina, Gabriel. Thank goodness. So the chum eggs are for stamina. Young Sable, so kind of you to visit again. You have helped us become quite a little collective. Her imagined voice is like a cool towel on the back of my neck. All of the little ones you have brought home are so thrilled to be part of a family now. You know what's funny though? She's giving us more stamina so we can get more chum eggs to get more stamina. So it's like an infinite cycle. I think that by this rate, we might be able to get even more. Right? We have more than 15 chum eggs. I have spared them a life of solitude and distant wanderings. They are so grateful even now in their youth. I feel the power of the Queen's tears buzzing within me, even as I hold back my own. Now I'll need to went easy. Yes, we got them. Wait, goodbye? Oh, I see. So she's actually getting the ones I have gotten. Okay, never mind. We can't really upgrade the stamina more. Yeah, because now how many is left? She got 5, then 15. She got 20, right? So we have 14 right now. I think we need to find 6 more. Right? We need to find 6 more. No, we have 16. So we need 4 more. Okay. And then we got 2 Chum Queen tears. A tear gifted to me by the Chum Queen for bringing her chum eggs. The tear entered my stomach when it was given to me, filling me with a warm strength. I feel stronger and my stamina improves with each tear. Let's go back in here. Also, let me save. There we go. What about this door? Like right behind her? Hmm. Maybe when I complete the Chum eggs, like when I bring her all of them. Let me write that down. Door in Chum Lair. So I was saying that I was kind of thinking that I wanted to watch the Game of Thrones show again. Oh, that was a lot of stamina, by the way. Yes, we can do so much more now. Maybe one day we can try climbing. Yeah, maybe I can actually get up there now. You know what? I can try doing that, not from here, but from outside. Yeah, but I was going to say that I was feeling like watching more of Game of Thrones, but another show that I'm this close to start watching, especially after people's reviews and also my own curiosity towards the plot of it, even though I kinda imagine what happens in it, is the Last of Us series, right? Yeah, sometimes I kinda catch myself thinking about, oh, today I will start that show, but I still haven't because I got distracted by something else. Yes, but I'm really considering watching the Last of Us series, and then by doing it, I think I want go check on the game, right? Because first I was curious about the plot, and then I was hoping I could watch somebody playing the game. Now I think I will just watch the series, as I'm hoping and believing it's being loyal to the game. And maybe even more interesting to watch than the game itself. That's the expectation. Reality is different though. Reality is like I have been uh, only focusing on Big Brother Brazil because my brain wants to watch dumb shit and get no, let's say, deep thought on anything. It just wants to like get fed by drama and stuff, which is not a bad thing, to be honest. It's the perfect thing to like relax. And I was even comparing that to, for example, how people remember the other days we were talking about all of those sports and how I kind of wished I could be cheering for a particular team or like following a particular sport more as well, like some people doing here, like Ultras, Cool, Gabrielle, how you guys have sports to be following and watching, but I don't. And then I was like, man, it's probably something fun, you know, something you don't need to think about too much, but it's so distractful and entertaining. That's me with Big Brother Brazil, at least. I don't need to think about anything, but even though I know it's like trash content, it still makes me feel, I don't know, distracted by something. Or I don't know what's the word in English, but yeah, I don't know the word in English. Is there a way for me to say what I want to say? No, I don't know what's the word. Yeah, it doesn't really make me, or it doesn't make my life any better, but it makes me feel good though. And maybe if I had like sports to follow and stuff, then I could have that feeling for longer in other days when, for example, Big Brother Brazil is not happening. But I still gotta find my sport, right? I was feeling hopeful about skateboarding, although first, I don't think skateboarding competitions happen every time. Second, I don't have the cable TV channels here at my home. But I gotta tell you though that I kind of I kind of can't find those sports channels now, right? Yeah, not legally speaking, but I can find them. Oh yeah, the new Sansee spin-off. It's finally released. Oh wait, it's finally released its second chapter, Sansee, the Re-Rise of Poseidon. Wait, what about that? You know what I heard though? I heard that Kurumada, which is the author, he he has done something about the Zia's chapter, right? It sounds like the Zia's chapter will be a thing. Or the Zia's season. Yeah, it sounds like he's working on that now. But every time, man, every week there is like a different Sansee, different information or something that I never know what's really happening and what's not. For example, they were working on those crazy new movies about Sansei, right? We saw some trailers of them and then they look like shit as well. But yeah, there is always something being told about Sansei that I'm not sure if it is progressing at a good rate or if it's just, I don't know, a rumor or if it is actually under some big works. Like this one thing I just told you, the Zia's chapter or like the Zia's season. I cannot get up there from here, but maybe I could do it from there itself, right? Oh, let me regain my stamina. This mountain is so glitchy. Oh my god, look at that. If you can grab something, Sable, then I would really appreciate it. Come on, grab something. Start from up there. She couldn't. Oh, there we go. I don't know if you'll get there though. No, we won't. But this is very, very, very close. Man, that's sad. If only I could use that freaking glitch glide to help me out. But hey, I'm already happy that we found an upgrade. Also, by the way, this is a better spot. Yeah, now I feel more positive we can get to the top. Come on. Oh no, we can't. Oh, Jesus, so close. Champion Red published a supposed one-shot chapter last year about Poseidon coming back after the Gold Saints defeated Hades. But it's a spin-off, just like Lost Canvas and Saintia Show were. Speaking of Lost Canvas, I still haven't... Wait, did I regain my stamina from here? Holy shit, there we go. Now we can totally climb this. I still haven't watched the spin-off stories, right? Of the Lost Canvas. I said watch, but what I meant is like reading. Yeah, I still haven't read those. So what is the crazy... Yeah, what is... Oh, it is actually the... I see, this is still the Queen Chum body, right? Yeah, it is still her body. There gotta be something on top of this, right? There is a chest. And a Chum egg right there. And inside of this we have the Chum Queen. We found some money. Could there be something on top of this? Those were great. You love the Scorpio Aquarius story? Yeah, Cardia and... I'm not sure how is the Aquarius saint pronunciation though. Degel? I don't know how to say his name. Degel, who knows? But yeah, their story is great too, even in the original, although short, right? It is a very short chapter. But you know what's funny that I have noticed? And it's actually funny regarding my own life. Because I don't know if it is a blessing or a curse, But the people that I met in my life that are the most, let's say, intense are the Scorpio people. Like, it's either a very powerful connection or like a very crazy clash of fight and hate. So it is insane. It is a roller coaster of emotions when I connect to a Scorpio person. At least most part of it, right? Um, but I think it's funny how even in the not Lost Canvas, but like the original Sansee, how Milo and Camus they had a somewhat connection, right? How I mean I won't spoil the story in here in case somebody still needs to watch Sansei, but they both had a connection even back there, and I didn't remember it. But then after watching Lost Canvas, I saw the connection between the two signs and then their story. And then when I rewatched the original Sensei, I was like, holy shit, this is also happening here, and I didn't remember that. Yeah, they did have a connection there too. Especially towards Hyoga, right? And how Hyoga has to deal with those two saints. Also, hi Chill Mode, what's up, man? Chill Mode, look at this. Have you seen her? That right there, Chill Mode, is the Chum Queen. We finally found the answer for the Chum eggs we have been searching and hunting so far. The Chum eggs are right, or I was correct. I guess they would help me to either get more gliding performance or stamina. And it is stamina. They give us more stamina. That is the Chum Queen. You can't see her face, but I will show her face to you later. But all of that is her body, by the way. Yeah, all of that pink glow is her body. It's like a long snake or of some sort, right? There is a Chum egg right there, though, that I still need to get. Let's glide from here. But thanks to her, we are now able to have more stamina. So that's great, right? We can... Look at that. We can reach higher spots now. You better senpai and make that climb jump. Like this one? I got you. There we go. We need 3 more. If we get 3 more Chum eggs, we might be able to get another stamina upgrade. And I think there is nothing on top of that small chamber, right? Yeah, Chum eggs for days. Thank goodness we found lots of them already, right? We got 36, I think. Today I found many already too. This place is in my map now, right? So I can easily warp here. By the way, just to give you guys an update on everything, thanks to Big Brother Brazil, I will probably have shorter streams. But I will also see if I can start my streams a little bit sooner than normal. Not guaranteed, but for example, today I was able to start it a little bit sooner than normal. But just to let you know that my stream won't be like 6 hours long, maybe 2 more hours long, because I'm now watching Big Brother Brazil, right? I think in the manga, Milo and Camus are supposed to look more than just friends, but that was changed. Seriously? Are you sure you're not fanficking that? But I don't know, it could. But it's really changed then, because I never got that impression from them. Something like Shun and Hyoga. The big Brazilian brother is Subaru. Yeah, I hope Subaru realizes that I'm back to streaming, I'm not sure. Thankfully, I decided to stream today, because even today I wasn't sure if I would. Because I don't know if you can see by my face, but I'm kind of tired. Last week was very busy to me, not only because of my parents visiting me, but also like cleaning the whole house. And then my parents only traveled like on Tuesday, and then yesterday and Tuesday's night I was kind of recovering my energy, and then I'm still kind of recovering my energy, but today I felt a little bit better. But also not only my parents visited me, but like on Last week, Saturday, Friday, and Thursday, I hanged out with my Pokemon Go friends like in those 3 days in a row. So I was like super exhausted by the end of that, but it was amazing. And then today I was telling Outros that this friend is now traveling to Vietnam and also to Laos and Cambodia, because I learned that he's like a big traveler, or like his family is a big traveler family. He has been to more than 100 countries in his life, and I have only been in Brazil, so I need to do something about that soon. But yeah, it was like very exhausting, but it was good. At the same time, though, there are some things happening in my life too, like in my personal life, that made me more reflexive or like thoughtful. Both good and both bad, but I don't know. Let's see how things will go. It's been like 2 weeks or almost 2 weeks, maybe 10 days that I was not streaming, but a lot has happened, both let's say outside of me, regarding my parents visiting me and then this friend hanging out with me for like those 3 days, but also inside of me too. Like I have been thinking a lot about things, or like getting to some messages or like ideas to settle in my mind, or like I'm feeling changes. I feel like changes are happening. Not sure if they have already happened or if they are coming, but I feel like something is changing or something is different. And then I'm kind of observing that or thinking about that. It's vague, but I'm feeling different. I'm feeling that something is, yeah, something is not a motorbike, because that was very loud. But yes, it's been 2 weeks that felt like a month has passed by to me, because a lot has happened. That was a very loud motorbike, ruining my message speech right now, right? My deep thought speech right now. It's it was super loud, right? Yes, it was not a jet. It was a crazy bike. One of my biggest deceptions, knowing and every year being reminded that I like Big Brother, it is what I was telling earlier now, right? That I started to like that because it really empties my mind. It's crazy how to say that. It's being, I know it is a trash show. Like, don't get me wrong, I know what it is, but it really distracts my mind. It's like I'm filling up my mind with nothing, and I'm learning that it's good, especially for a person that suffers with anxiety sometimes, or like doesn't have anything to get distracted with. For example, the sport games you guys watch, and I don't know, it works for me. Also because of the gossiping, like I like to watch the gossiping videos as well about the drama that happens in the show, and or like people theorizing about what's happening. I got used to that regarding Big Brother, at least. I also have, let's say, a small. It's because, Gabriel, I do like some reality shows. For example, MasterChef Brazil. I love that. Even though I gotta go back to the last season of it though, because I haven't finished the last season. But I do like some reality shows. Um, and this one in particular, maybe because it is the biggest one in the country, I'm not sure. But also because there are many people talking about it, it empties my mind. But I know it's trash, and I'm accepting it for what it is. It is hard to explain how I feel about it. Maybe I just got used to it, I don't know. They brought food for days. What have I cooked? Actually, I haven't cooked a lot though. In case you were talking about my parents, I'm not sure. Um, yes, I haven't cooked a lot because they stayed in here only for like half a day and the morning of Tuesday, because they traveled during Tuesday's afternoon. I haven't cooked anything actually besides an omelette. Yes, I cooked an omelette for them for dinner, for Monday's dinner, right? And then I ordered food for me on Tuesday, and then it lasts up to tomorrow. So yeah, but they brought some tomatoes, they brought some veggies, they brought cherries as well. I have more cherries now at home. Oh, by the way, I gotta tell you guys something that I forgot to say. Old computer is back. Yes, old computer was struggling with its power supply. I think the old power supply was like rip, or it was dying. Yeah, and then I ordered a new power supply. Old computer is back. That's why I'm looking like there to read the chat again. But I think that in some streams I might only play and stream by using a single computer, like the new computer, like I was doing with Roller Coaster Tycoon, like the last Roller Coaster Tycoon stream. But all the computer is finally back thanks to the power supply, so I was correct. That was the problem. Thank goodness I figured that out. And then with the new power supply, it worked. Argentina is just around, take a bus. I think Argentina will be the best shot to me as well. Like going to Iguazu Falls, yeah. And also Paraguay, right? This one friend that I told you that has been to more than 100 countries, even though he's like 20 years old or something. He has been to Argentina, he has been to Iguazu Falls, he has been to all Brazil. But you know what's funny? He hasn't been to Rio's biggest touristic attractions. I was telling Ultras, I don't know how much you know about Rio, Gabriel. Maybe you don't know about this place though. But I was telling Ultras that he went to Arpoador Beach, which is like between Copacabana Beach and Ipanema Beach. If you see like pictures of Ipanema, most likely those pictures will be taken from Arpoador Beach. Which is where people look at the sunset, right? Every day that's a sunny day. So he went there for his first time. Even though he has crossed the world, that was the first time he went there with his friends. And then there was an arrastão, right? There was like a group of thieves trying to steal things from everybody. But nothing happened to him. He only saw that happening. And maybe he went somewhere safer. Yeah, he hasn't been there. He hasn't been to freaking Sugarloaf Mountain, which is my favorite place in Rio. He hasn't been to the Christ, I think, although I don't remember exactly. But it's funny how that happens. Like many people, they know many places, but they don't know their own hometowns or like their own cities, right? That's very common, at least here in Rio. And then only when tourists come to like, hey, let's go somewhere, I want to get to that place, I want to see Christ the Redeemer, then they finally go there to their first time. But going there by themselves, they don't. That's something crazy to think about, right? It goes along the lines of that idea of like the neighbor's grass is always greener. So I wanna visit it, I wanna go there, I wanna, get somewhere new, not really enjoy where I am or like get to know the places of my hometown or something. It's weird. Yeah, this friend traveled to Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. He's probably having some big herby dishes. Life goes fast, it does. I'm also thinking a lot about time to chill mode. Yes. And I even telling my family about time too. Like I had a deep talk with my sister one of these days, with my mom as well. Hence why my mom is traveling to the northeast region, right? Because she wants to still enjoy these moments with my grandmother that's still alive, but she's like very old already. So we never know what could happen. Yeah, time has been like flying by super quickly. Look at us right now, it is already almost February. Ultras is having a dinner, and I was thinking about what would Ultras be eating tonight. And he's actually having something that just made me hungry. He's having my traditional lunch food, which is rice, black beans, grilled sausage, farofa, and vinaigrette. That's what I ordered on Tuesday. That will be eating up to tomorrow's lunch because I still have the last portion of it in the fridge. But he doesn't have farofa or vinaigrette today, okay. But he got the rice, beans, and sausage. That's already fantastic. This week I ordered the mayonnaise salad, right? Because I had cooked vinaigrette sauce myself, so I could have mayonnaise salad from the restaurant plus my own vinaigrette sauce at home. So I had an extra on my normal lunch, right? Which was the mayonnaise salad. Rice, beans, sausage, is power food. It is my way to go. It's what I love eating. It's only missing some mashed potatoes though. Yeah, if I could also get mashed potatoes, I could, but then I would need to spend more money to order that. It is not like in the combo, it's like on the dish combo. But if I could make my dish, you know what? Two things. Okay, my perfect like lunch meal would be rice, black beans, farofa, vinaigrette sauce, grilled sausage, mashed potatoes, or French fries too, but mashed potatoes for like more healthy, and fried bananas. Yes, I also freaking love fried bananas. So that would be my 10 out of 10 favorite lunch meal. MasterChef is good, it is, but I haven't finished watching the last season, which was the one with like elderly people. Yes, I kind of got to the middle of it. You know what? I will bring that question to you all now. What is your perfect lunch meal? Like, how is your dish like? It is okay if you guys answer something like, I don't know, it's pizza. It's fine. But can you picture your favorite like lunch meal? I just remember something completely crazy though, but I just remember on those last meals from like death sentenced prisoners, right? Oh, what do you want to be your last meal? Freaking horrible prisoner. And then they say, oh, I want to have this one certain meal, you know? Sometimes they actually have a serious answer. They kind of say something that they have as favorite. Sometimes they joke about it. Oh, I just want, I don't know, a glass of water with salt in it or something. But yeah, how is your favorite meal like, you know? Mine is like that. Rice, beans, farofa, vinaigrette sauce, grilled sausage, fried bananas, and maybe mashed potatoes or french fries. But most likely mashed potatoes for being healthier. Cooking show is not Big Brother. Yeah, but it is like in the reality show umbrella, right? Can I remember any other reality show that I also like though? I'm not a big fan of the singing reality shows. I don't like those that much. I used to like The Apprentice. There we go, The Apprentice. I haven't watched many seasons though. If they were on Netflix, I would watch them more. But I do like The Apprentice as well. There is also Top Chef. Top Chef is also good. Even though I had a somewhat hard time in the beginning of it, I learned how to like it with the later episodes or seasons. I like those reality shows with Gordon. Not really reality shows. Wait a second. Could you count them as reality shows? I'm not sure. Maybe with Gordon Ramsay, for example, Hotel Hell, that he visits hotels and then he criticizes everything. I like that too. Even Kitchen's Nightmares were good or was good. Even the Brazilian version of that, right? With not Gordon Ramsay but Eric Jacan. But Gabriel, on my defense, I still don't like some other Brazilian reality shows that are very close to Big Brother or they try to be like Big Brother. For example, I actually haven't watched them, so I can also be wrong, but from what I hear or I see, they feel like Big Brother. For example, The Power Couple, have never watched that, or like I still don't feel interested to watch that. The one we have in here that's A Fazenda, right? Or like The Farm in English, if I translate that. Never cared for that either. It is just really Big Brother for some reason. Let me go back on the chat because I missed a lot of things. So I have been watching clips of MasterChef Canada. Oh, how could I forget? I was talking about traveling, right? The Amazing Race. Where is The Amazing Race, people? I need to find like a streaming service in Brazil because it seems like The Amazing Race is in Amazon Prime, but like in another country, not really in Brazil. The Amazing Race is one of my favorite reality shows ever. It is so damn great. And actually, I was mentioning how I don't see myself traveling to India and to some other Asian countries. The Amazing Race is the reason why, because it showed me how it feels like to be in some parts of India that's like super crowded, super dirty, super smelly, super uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't want to be here. Although this one friend, that the one that's traveling to Vietnam, he told me that he has been there and the touristic spots are great. Like the touristic spots are clean, organized, not mad and crazy, which makes sense. I believe they would keep it clean and great, especially because those areas might be somewhat sacred, as many of those touristic spots could be places where they would be worshiping the gods and stuff. But like let's say the normal cities are where the madness is, right? And then the freaking episodes of the Amazing Race where they are traveling in India, I'm like, holy shit, this is so weird and so crazy. But I gotta also say something. One of these days I was watching a clip of like somebody taking the subway in Vancouver in Canada. I was like, this is Rio de Janeiro, because like the freaking subway is super damn crowded. I was like, holy shit, it is Sao Paulo as well. It is Rio and Sao Paulo. So even like other countries will have the craziest shit happening, like we always talking here too. But in India, I was like, this is super uncomfortable. Like I think I would be, I don't know, I wouldn't feel very comfortable in there. And then also the touristic attractions of India, that the ones I have seen, I'm like, not sure if that's the place I would like to visit. But I understand when people say, oh yeah, I want to go there to have a more spiritual connection or something. But I think that my spiritual spot is like in the Iguazu Falls. That's why I want to go there so much. It's where I think I'll be recharged, like spiritually speaking, thanks to the big falls, right? Either that or finally looking for a geyser, because I also hope and dream to like go to a real geyser or see it, right? But then MasterChef Canada and then Ultras realized only now he knows who two of those who two of those judges are. Do you mean in real life? Have you met them? Not one though. Shout out to Mama and Papa Alan. Yeah, right. The old GPC is back, thank goodness. But I hope we don't get many power outages, because I think it was the power outages that were killing its power supply, right? Yeah. Ultras has added a little brown sugar to the beans, which would be common in there. Um, do you mean in here in Brazil? I actually have never tried that though. Should I? What I think is the most common, let's say, seasoning, or yeah, the most common herb or seasoning you could give to your beans to like give it taste is bay leaves. Yeah, bay leaves. Bay leaves in beans are super common here, together with the other things like onions and garlic, right? But I think bay leaves is like very important. But I think I added too much. Oh no, did you get yourself some sweet beans? Sweet beans are made of this. The big combo healthy food? I mean, it is partially healthy, right? The grilled sausage is not healthy, but I freaking love it. Wait, you love my VODs? You listen to them in the library? You got some pizza to mold. Which pizza did you get? Don't be like Gabriel that got like 4 pizzas last time. Lunch or snack? I was thinking more about lunch. Yeah, I was thinking more about lunch. Because snack I would answer pizza too, right? Pizza is my favorite food, I think. It's ready soon. The pizza is ready soon. But Chumod is lazy. It's his breakfast though. Yeah. I actually just eat one meal a day around 6:30 p.m. Wait, one meal a day? No, you eat more than one meal, right, Ultras? Although I can't say that I eat many meals a day though. Um, I only eat like lunch, dinner, And like a late night snack, normally cereal, like after the stream. And sometimes I even skip dinner, but then I eat the late meal, like after the stream or something. It depends on how much stuffed I feel after lunch. But normally, as you guys know, I feel hungry during the stream, so I kind of go for 2 meals. Or maybe I should say like a big meal is lunch. Like lunch is my most important meal of the day. And then dinner can be either big or, let's say, just a snack or something, depending on how it goes. So it can vary. But for lunch, Gabriel's is pretty easy. If he had to pick something to eat forever as his lunch, it would be lasagna. I see. Hello, Garfield. What's up, man? Gotta say that you are not wrong. Lasagna is fantastic. But if I go out for lunch, or oh, also by the way, you just remembered me like Ultra's last cooking stream where he kind of cooked fresh pasta with ragu sauce, right? In the end, it looked like a lot, like a lasagna, but not, of course, shaped like a lasagna. But yeah, his dish looked a lot like a lasagna to me. But if I go out for lunch or pick something up, or maybe I'm meeting somewhere that has food, I like sandwiches. Yes, sandwiches are also very great. I especially love burgers. But it can be a sub as well, yeah. If only Subway in here, the biggest sub store we have in Brazil, if they could be either cheaper or like have a little bit better quality, then sure. Actually, one of these days I was answering like a survey about Subway, and then they were asking me which topping did you wish we could have, What was my answer again? I wish I could remember my answer. What did I tell them to like add as an option? Man. Yeah, right now I can't remember it, but they should have, you know what? Quail eggs. Yes, they should have quail eggs. And here in Brazil they could. Like, quail eggs are normal in here. But I'm pretty sure I answered something else. Oh yes, I answered arugula. Yes, I wish that Subway here could have arugula because I love arugula in sandwiches. When I buy arugula, or basil as well, I like adding them in my sandwiches. Also, by the way, I kind of have decided to stop buying turkey. Maybe it's because my mom has been always insisting me to like, you gotta eat healthier. You gotta stop eating fatty things. You stop buying your freaking fried sausage dish or whatever. And I don't know why I decided to like stop buying turkey now. I will see how that goes. So I'm now only having cheese sandwiches with, I don't know, ketchup, mustard, or tomatoes, or oregano, or something else. Or if I have herbs, then basil, arugula. Or also sometimes I can make that sandwich better by just like grilling it, and then it becomes like grilled cheese, right? But yes, I'm now giving a pause to turkey. I understand that turkey is healthier than like ham, but still I'm trying that too. Yeah, maybe my last healthier decision that I have had was that one. I will try avoiding turkey a little bit more. Of course, if there is like if I go to Subway and then they have like a turkey sandwich, then okay, Subway, let me buy it. But yes, I'll see if I can keep it up. In case I really, really want something fatty in my sandwich, in my sandwich, I can just fry a little bit of like sausage that I have at home, and then that's it. Let's see if I can keep it up. Ultras had plenty of BLT subs from Mr. Sub. We need Mr. Sub in Brazil then, because we only have Subway pretty much. I saw that favorite meal. Yo, I would get mom's cooking. It's maybe not the best, but it's nostalgic. I feel you about that. I don't think my mom's cooking is the best either, especially regarding her black beans. But her black beans have a taste that no other black beans have, so I take it. Sometimes I would toast a bagel with something. Bagels are also not very common in here. Gordon Ramsay is a good one. Yeah, he's very polemic, but he is entertaining, right? Even though sometimes I don't know, he could be nicer. They are all the same. Awful people throw together and people public voting for who's the less awful among them. That's pretty much it, yes. What is that Amazing Race? The Amazing Race is a show, man. I grew up watching that and it's still going, I think. They got to like 30 plus seasons. There are Amazing Race seasons all around the world. There is like Amazing Race Canada, for example. There was Amazing Race Brazil as well. There is Amazing Race Asia, Latin America. It became a whole thing. But there is nowhere to watch that. I used to watch that in Warner or Fox channel back in the day. I can't be sure. Maybe Universal. I can't be sure. But now there is nowhere to watch that. It's not on YouTube. Even in like unofficial sources, I can't find anything. The only one that I know it is on YouTube is the Brazilian version of it, but it's not the same. I wish I could continue watching the original because I remember getting to like season 14, 15, and then now there is like double that amount. And it's super great. It is like the show or the name suggests a race, but it's a race around the world. I mean, most times because there was at least a special edition that was like a family edition. So it was like a group of families competing against each other, and they were only traveling in the US. Maybe to save on expenses, I'm not sure. But yeah, basically it is a race, but it can be like around the world. You can be sent to like anywhere in the world, and you get a hint, and then it's probably like a direct order, like travel to this one country, this one city, and then you gotta do your best to get there the fastest you can, like especially in front of or before, right, before the other teams. And then once you reach your destination, there will be another clue, and then the clue could give you like a mission, a quest, or a challenge, and then you need to clear the challenge to like get another clue, and then the clue could give you another direction until you hit a pit stop, and then the last team to get to the pit stop is eliminated. And then it keeps on going. They keep on traveling around the world, going through challenges, even using like game mechanics. For example, a roadblock that you need to pick one of your team member to do the objective or the challenge, and that person needs to be picked before they know the challenge. So sometimes I don't know. They only give you a vague hint. For example, who's good with animals, and then they need to discuss because normally the teams are made of two people. So they need to see you are the best with animals, right? You like animals the most, and then they open the challenge and then they read the challenge, and then it says you gotta collect 5 spiders with your hands, and then the person's like, holy shit, no! But you were the one that said you were good with animals, so you gotta do it, otherwise you're going to be punished. Yeah, it's super crazy like that too, and it was super entertaining. It helped me to see the countries, right, more, even though sometimes they go very stereotypical. For example, I remember there was a challenge in the Switzerland that they had to roll Swiss cheese down like a hill, and try to control that cheese, and then it was like a challenge. Or here in Brazil, like they had to find the Ipanema girl or the girl from Ipanema. But even still, it's super fun, or it used to be super great. There were some very remarkable teams as well, like some people that were, let's say, playing dirty against the other teams. Like, oh, if you see this other group of people coming here like us, you tell them to go that way, not this way. And that's allowed. Like, there is nothing that says it's not allowed. So imagine like Wacky Races, the cartoon, right? But reality, made into reality. It was so damn fun. I freaking love that show so much, but it's nowhere to be seen or nowhere to be found, sadly. At least not the main course, right? Maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe I should do just like Ultras is doing, like he's watching MasterChef Canada. Maybe I should go after the Amazing Race Canada or something, or the Amazing Race Asia. Maybe I can find those versions and not really the main one. But if I could, I don't know, find that on Netflix or something, I would love to watch that all over again. I would watch everything again, everything, because it is so damn good. Even the opening music makes me nostalgic. Like, it's so damn good. Let me go back a little bit more. Asia is big time. You don't want to go to the hood. I don't know, Chumod. Like I was also saying, I think every place could have its own problems, right? It's just that I don't connect to Asia somehow, or like I don't feel that. Um, I don't know. I would really enjoy being there that much, or as other places that I can think of. It's just I don't know, maybe because of my taste or something. But I hope I can go to Japan at least one day. When I was working in another city, going to work every day, there was a bakery nearby that also had a deli counter. So you could just grab a bun from their shelf, then walk to the deli and point to a meat and a cheese that they would slice it on, and then they would have some other toppings like lettuce, tomato, onion, and mayo. You just remind me of another, let's say, it's not really specialized into sub sandwiches, but it was more like a natural products chain, right? Or like a franchise that is in Rio, and they still had the best carrot ricotta cheese paste I have seen in my life. Like, and then when I used to buy sandwiches that were also like subs from them, I always had to go for their freaking carrot ricotta cheese paste because that shit was so delicious. So simple because it is just like shredded carrots or grated carrot. I'm not sure how to say that with ricotta cheese, but there was something that they did in there that turned it into so good. I could never replicate that myself when I tried that. It was so good. That was good because you could always just do a different variety of bun and meat and cheese. Yeah, if they had more options, then it sounds like better than Subway, right? Toronto subways and buses are very crowded too, lots of the time. Yes, I was like, holy shit, this is like Rio for Rio. Holy dang, it feels good sandwich combined. When I couldn't get a seat on the bus and have to stand sandwiched for hours between people, that sounds like me in my first trip to Sao Paulo. I don't know how I did it though, because I was carrying my luggage or like my backpacks and everything in the subway, and it was like super crowded. And I'm weak, like I'm not a strong person, so like my arms were like burning in pain, but I had to keep it, and then I also had to keep myself, I don't know, held, or I should like be holding the subway bar to like not get pulled off thanks to the movement or like thanks to the trip. That was like a shaky trip, right? That was so uncomfortable. Like, and then I had to be careful to not hit anybody or bother anybody, or like when people were like, hey, I gotta leave the subway, can you move so I can pass? It was so tough. Thank goodness in the end I survived, but I suffered. Yes, it was so damn uncomfortable. I don't miss those days. I honestly miss taking the subway. Of course, not when it's like super crowded, but it's been so long since I last um, took a subway that I miss taking a subway. It is a good transport or a way to transport yourself in the city, right? But at the same time, thankfully, where I live today is a good spot that allows me to get to most places by foot. But yeah, I used to also like taking the subway when it was not that crowded. The best sandwich Chumod has ever eaten, Chumod has ever eaten was, wait, it was in the black market? What the heck? It is different quality, it's better. Um, because it gotta compete with all other food, and then food is 2.0 in the black market. Wait, Gabriel has a serious problem in. It's been weeks. What's going on? Am I. Should I be worried or are you not for real? A geyser need to go to Iceland. I would be a model there. If I cannot see myself as a model though. Not at all. BRB. Okay, Chumod is getting the pizza. Okay, so Michael Bonattini was associated with Ultra's Culinary School. And then Claudio had a restaurant down the street from the school where lots of students ended up, either working or hanging out. I see, so the cooking world in Canada is like a. It is as short or as small as an egg. I could have made lasagna with that. Yeah, right, with the ragu and the pasta. I even asked you that, like, can you use the same pasta recipe to like go for a lasagna? And by the way, I will see if at least I'm not sure when, but like at least once in this year, I can try myself the fresh pasta recipe. Yes, it looked very doable. But I gotta be honest though, when I tried doing like the fresh pizza dough, right? It never really looked. Is that a bug? No, it's just a pedal, right? Yeah, never mind. It never really looked like the result. Or I don't know when I'm like, what is the word? I don't remember the verb now in English, but when you are pretty much punching the dough and hitting the dough and helping the gluten to like be formed, um, I could never do that as easily as other people do it. I feel like something is wrong about my proportions in here. It's too sticky, or it doesn't look like it's going to get that better that easily. I don't know. I always get a different result than what's expected. So that makes me either impatient or I just accept what I got or something. But I will totally try. Oh, it's been weeks since Gabriel has last eaten pizza. I have been thinking a lot about pizza these days as well. Actually, I ate pizza, never mind. I ate pizza in one of the days I was hanging out with the Pokemon Go friend. We shared the pizza, right? Yeah. We had half Portuguese pizza and half sausage pizza. I guess I'm going to order something. If I could order something, would I go for pizza? I'm not sure. Honestly, right now I think I would go for a lasagna after you guys were talking about it. I would love to eat a lasagna today, especially the bolognese lasagna, right? I still think I cannot climb this mountain or hill right here, but if we can get a little bit more stamina, look at that, we are getting super close. Yeah, maybe with one more stamina upgrade, who knows? But hey, this desert has way more than what I was thinking. And I was not looking into this actually. Wait, that's where I am? What the heck? What is this right here? Is this another area? Maybe this is a new area, and then I was thinking it was the same desert. Maybe that's also why the music has changed? Okay, I'm actually exploring another area. I haven't realized the change though. Let me warp back to the Chum Lair, yes. Let me know in case you order something, Gabriel. I'm curious. Oh, hello, ship. Or bike. I forgot about you. Today after the stream, I will go for... Oh, you know something else I ate when my parents were here? Because my parents also brought me not a lemon, sorry, a melon. There we go. They also brought me a melon. It's been ages since I last have eaten a melon, so it was very good to eat a melon again. Sometimes I have the impression that melons are kinda tasteless or they don't have a lot of taste, but I'm wrong. They actually are very fresh, tasty. Wait, fresh and tasty, right? Now it's been ages since I last have had watermelons. Yeah, watermelons, it's... I only eat that when I go to, I don't know, a hotel and then there is a hotel breakfast. As my family normally doesn't buy watermelons for some reason. Maybe it's because of the seeds. My dad actually wanted to make a melon juice. Are you guys used to drink melon juice? Because I was like, no, don't do that. Let's just eat the chopped melon parts or bits, that's it. But he wanted to make a melon juice. I can't say that I drink that at all. So I'm here trying to find... What was this noise? Also, by the way, what is that right there? Wait. Not sure if that's another area, but there is totally something right here. Map? Oh wait, you know what? Maybe that's the Chum Lair or the Chum Queen spot. Yeah, it's probably going to be that. How can I leave the ship again? Is it F? No. Oh, okay, there we go. No, never mind. This is not it, right? Because... Yeah, it is not. It's up there. What is this again? I have been here, right? Maybe not. What the heck is... No, I have been here. I just don't remember. Is there someone in this ship? No, right? But it has a door. You know what? I'm now not sure if I have been here or not. Yeah, it doesn't look very familiar to me. Oh! Okay, I have not been here. Look at that. We found the mysterious shrine. Interesting. Maybe that's going to be our dungeon for today. I love how I went after the freaking beetles. I could not find any beetle. But I found lots of other stuff. And most importantly, I found the Chum Queen. So I finally can give a news to the Chum eggs. I like this song a lot too. It's very simple, but at the same time... Kinda like Zelda, you know? As many other tracks of this game, but... They all feel like Zelda differently. No Chum eggs in here? Wait, there is someone in here. Hello, why do you look so hard to spot? Like, who are you? Every time I meet another machinist, my mind wanders, right? My mind wanders back to Ciso. I wonder if she's hearing on my travels through whatever network connects their guild. Wait, their guild. I wonder if she's proud. So this is a machinist. I think of her now as a great stranger. It's the machinist Fur. Oh, I love meeting gliders. Come here, come here. What's her name? We are called Sable. Fur. I approach and tell her that I'm Sable. Sable, it sounds like a lot. Wait, it sounds a lot like table. You get that a lot? Not quite. This is the first time. I tell her this is the first time. Really, first thing I thought of. First thing. Anyhow, my name's Fur. Sounds like fear, right? Kind of. It sounds more like fur, actually. Like animals' fur. It sounds like deer too. Is it fear, actually? Your pronunciation? It sounds like sheer. It sounds like beer. Okay, maybe it is like fear then, not really fur, right? Okay, it sounds like deer as well. She looks thoughtful. I mean, I guess. Anyway, I didn't call you over to talk rhymes. I called you to wait. I called you over to show you something you are going to love. Interesting. I'm pretty deep into historical stuff. Ruins, old-timey ships, the old books, all the old monumentalist leftovers, you know. Also, hi Yoda, what's up, man? A mysterious shrine, maybe the final boss is living here. Let's see how much we can explore inside of this, right? If not the final boss, then my guess is the super or extra boss, right? Which we all know it's going to be like a huge wall we gotta climb, because the bosses of this game are like climb based, as climbing is the struggle of it, right? How's it going, Yoda? I nod. Well, recently I have deciphered a few monumentalist texts which point to some sort of synergistic structures, oh god, positioned all across the world in all different deserts. Okay, so how can I find those synergistic structures? Yeah, what do you mean by that? I mean that the text suggests they are responsive, more than simply statues or slabs of rock or whatever they form, so they are pretty much monoliths. The text suggests they record data or somehow interact with people. That sounds creepy, but I think it's something else, something way more fun. I ask what she thinks they are. I think they are a game. You see, we have this thing everybody does, where we look to the past and we assume they were all work and no play. Because all we see, all that persists, is their labor. Ships and logs and tools and things. What? How is that a game? We have this thing everybody does where we look to the past and we assume they were all work and no play. Because all we see, all that persists is their labor, ships and logs and tools and things. Okay, so what about that though? That was kind of random. But fun, fun's ephemeral. Oh, I see. So maybe fear, not fur, I don't know, is saying that the things that persist in time are the products of work and labor, right? Not really the product of fun. Because jokes disappear, doodles get lost while art survives. So we lose it all. And we go on assuming they never had any. That's kind of depressing. I don't know if I agree with that. I understand that products of hard work can somewhat last for longer. I can agree with that, or at least for most part. But I also don't think that there was no fun in the process back then. Just because it's kind of like we started the stream by talking about books and history, right? How history depends on your point of view, and then what you learn, or if you were there to know the situation on its whole. You see, I think that he's assuming that there was no fun because he was not there to see it himself. And because, let's say, that fun disappears thanks to time, he assumes there was no fun, right? But that's not really it. But I think he's only talking about the persistence of things in general. So if you have got the time and the inclination, Glider, I would recommend you keep your eyes open for monumentalist architecture that seems suspicious, or strange, and responsive somehow. I have been trying, although probably this was the first one I have seen. I would say a glider on a bike's the perfect person to test my theory, if you were up for it. I have no other choice, so sure. Sounds fun. Yes, I hope this fun won't decrease within time, right? Good, thank you. I will try to keep deciphering my records. Report back what you find, please, and if you sort out the game, I hope you enjoy it. I tell her I will. Great, thanks, Sable, and good luck. Thanks, dear, and I'll be back. Let's change the answer here constantly. I tell her that I'm always getting called Table, especially when I talk to you in particular. I knew it! My name is Fear, which people always think it's Fear. Sounds like sheer as well. Okay, it's the same dialogue. Could they be waypoints? I offer to Fear that the Ibex have often placed stone waypoints across the desert as markers for themselves and others. I'm not sure if it's relevant, but a little tug of homesickness made me say it. That's interesting. I have seen some of those sorts of things before. I suppose it could apply here. But I think it's something else, something way more fun. I guess in the old days, people's fun were like dancing and singing, or just playing games as well, right? For example, I miss that. I used to do that a lot as a kid, like going out to the streets and then playing games with your friends, hide and seek and um, catch the flag. And how is this tag, right? Playing tag as well. Here in Brazil, we used to have this one game. I don't know if it is a game in other countries. It makes no sense now that I'm thinking about it, though. What was the point of that game? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm missing something, but it was like tag, but also it had something to do about heights. So basically, in order to protect yourself to not be the one losing the game, and then somebody else would like try to tag you, right? So it could like pass the curse to you or something. You need to like find 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 a tall spot, or like find a place that has some height from the ground level or from the floor level, and stay there, basically. But then what we were trying to achieve in that game, I don't remember. I remember that's how you use it to protect yourself from like the situation. But I don't remember how we could win or end the game. That's funny. I maybe I should look for that game later after the stream to remember that. Some games they don't make sense, right? The goal is to parkour. You know what? There was a little bit of parkouring in there though. Yeah, because you had to just go to a high spot, and then if you were like above the floor level, the person that was tagged couldn't tag you. But then what was the objective though? Maybe the objective was okay, maybe the objective was everybody to be at a tall spot before they could be tagged, you know. Maybe that's the goal, and then the person loses. Yeah, maybe that's it. I used to play that a lot too, but I don't think it is a thing in English, right, or in other countries. At least I have never heard of that. I ask what she thinks they are. I think they are a game. Oh yeah. But for example, sports. Sports are also very fun, but for most of them, you also need to have a tool or like a ball or an instrument or something, and those they will still be lasting for long. They are not as easy to disappear as, for example, playing tag, playing hide and seek, playing this one game that I described. Same goes for cards as well. The cards remain, right? Maybe the goal is to learn to run from bears? Nah. No, I get what you're saying, but first, there are no bears in Brazil, thank goodness. At least not the ones that are in the US or Canada. But second is that you don't need to be at a very high place. You just need to be, I don't know, above, a platform that counts. You don't need to go that unreachable spot, you know. No, you just need to be on top of something basically that's higher than the floor level. It can be above a chair, above a bed, above a platform, a stage or something, a rock. So that wouldn't really protect you from a bear. You don't need to like climb a tree for that, no. It is more simple than that. It's like playing tag, but you can kind of save yourself from being tagged by just finding a tall spot, basically. You know another game that I used to love too, although this one kinda only got to me later in my childhood, like maybe by the end of my childhood. I don't know if there is a similar game to this in English, but I will describe it. It's basically like this. You and your friends will be in a somewhat dark room. It can be, I don't know, somebody's room, and then you turn off the lights, and that's good, right? Also, it's important to be a place that people won't break many things by like not seeing where they are. So there is that to be take or took or taken. I'm not sure. There is that to be considered. There we go. And then what happens? Somebody will start the game, and that person will be blindfolded, and the person needs to find the other people in the room, in the dark room, by like using their touch, right? And then in case that person finds somebody, the person needs to say something like, can you meow, cat? It's something like that, because the name of the game is like meowing cat or something, if I translate it to English, right? And then that person will need to give their best meowing impression of like, meow, or something. And then the one that is blindfolded needs to guess who's that person. Oh, you are, I don't know, that guy. And then if the person is right, then the person wins, right? If not, then the person loses, needs to find another person in the dark room. Is there anything like that, Yoda? Have you played something like that? It was very fun. Yeah, especially because of like the crazy meowings and people getting nervous to like not get found by the blindfolded person. It's kind of like a horror game too, if you stop to think about it, at least for kids. But it should be very fun. And it was like meowing cat in Portuguese. But sometimes accidents could happen because like, I don't know, objects could fall apart because of the lack of lights and brightness. Yeah, I think kids today they don't know that anymore, right? Those games are getting lost in time, like the character in here said. I also used to love playing dodgeball. I've never understand how is dodgeball not that popular. And how is it not in the Olympic Games or something? Is there anything on top of this? I think now with my extra stamina I can climb it. Yep, I sure can. By the way, Yoda, how are your enemies going? Because unfortunately I'm still only watching Yoamushi basically, or Pokemon. Yeah, I have been watching the last Ash Ketchum's episodes as well. But Yoamushi, man, finally, right? Not sure how to feel about that, but sure, I guess. Can't say that it was like very reasonable or like. Oh, I knew it. There we go. If we find 2 more Chum eggs, we might be able to get another stamina upgrade. Never mind. Oh yeah, 2 more. There we go. 38. Yes, 2 more. I knew something should be up here. But yeah, Yoamushi, like... Okay. Not that it makes too much sense, but sure. And then Jojo. Jojo, I only watched the first episode. Unfortunately, it was not a very good first episode of the new season. So I still don't feel like into Jojo that much. Like I was saying earlier too, I'm kind of thinking a lot about watching the Last of Us show. So in case I start that, I might be even getting delayed on more animes too. But I will little by little get to them all. Spy Family, Shinobi no Itoki, Bouchi no Rock, that I need to start, Mob Psycho Season 3. What else is there for me to go back? Maybe more on Higurashi as well. I have the feeling I'm missing way more things though. At least I finished Made in Abyss and Chainsaw Man, right? Probably some special food from the creepy guy. Wait, special food from the creepy guy? The creepy guy? Wait, I lost context now. Okay, it's the Machinist dialogue right now. Oh, I love meeting gliders. Come, wait, are you the same? Oh, it is the same. How did you got here though? Oh, the guy who loves muscles. Okay, so you're talking about... I don't remember his name. Komari, never mind, I do remember his name. I think his name is Komari, right? I love how... when they were talking about... How is that other guy named though? The one that has the... metal smile. Because of the brackets. That character is like the bullied guy from the Kyoto team. Yes, I forgot his name now too. But I have the feeling I should know his name because he's like a recurrent character, right? I love how they simply ditched him. Like, they did not show us like Mizuta. Yes, that's the one. I love how they simply they were like, let's go. Midosuji, let's keep on riding the bike, we are catching them up. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, Midosuji's like, yeah, Mizuta, now you can go to front of us to carry us a little bit, right? And then Komari's like, Midosuji, Mizuta has quit a long time ago. So, you know, they pretty much ditched Mizuta, like they did not show him getting ditched or something, or giving up, or like getting behind. They simply mentioned it like he's nothing. He's such a low character in the show that who cares, you know? So like, holy shit, they did that to Mizuta. Poor guy though. I don't hate Mizuta. I think he has his... I don't know. He's not my favorite, but I also don't hate him as like the show kind of, you know, tries to do it. He's staying behind to disrupt other teams from behind. Ooh, maybe. I have the feeling he quit though. Yeah. He was only being used by Midosuji for all of the seasons, pretty much, all of the show, the entire show. But I thought it was funny how they got rid of Mizuta like that casually, right? Oh yeah, Mizuta is not here with us anymore. Didn't you notice it, Midosuji? Oh yeah, Mizuta, who cares, right? That was so evil at the same time. Regarding that though, that they are trying to disrupt the other teams, I like that character development of some of the Hakone members, right? Especially Yuto. I think it's Yuto Shinkai, right? Yeah. I like the development of Yuto Shinkai for that. And then I'm curious to see what the leader or the captain will be doing. Yuki, right? I'm very curious to see what are they doing with him in particular. And also Onoda, because the orders for Onoda were very specific. I won't say the orders because I don't want to spoil the show that much in case somebody needs to watch Yowamushi Pedal. But yeah, right, from the way things are looking like so far, when or how is Onoda going to perform the orders that were given to him, right? I'm curious to see how is that going to be like. Naruko is also another big question mark to me. Imaizumi, I think he might be up to going to the end now. But you know something else that would be awesome as well? If Imaizumi had a clash against Midosuji. Because they are like long... Wait, they are... Not long life, like... They are rivals for a long time. There we go. So I wouldn't mind if they had a clash as well in the end of the race. Wait, you went down from a wormhole of Corvette videos? There we go, man. How's your Corvette planning going? Do you have an estimated year or date in mind that it's going to be like, oh, this is the time, or like, this is when I'm getting the Corvette? Sometimes those plans can be what is the word? It's not postponed, it's the opposite. Advanced in time? I'm not sure how to say this, but they can happen faster, right? Just like what happened to me and my Switch. I was planning to get the Switch this year, and then thanks to the opportunities of thanks to Black Friday's opportunities in China, I was like, no, this is the moment. And then I went for it. Maybe there could be, I don't know, a chance, like a one-time chance for you to advance or like to do the Corvette purchase sooner. Although that depends on how far you are in the savings, right? I'm not sure how far you are in there, but I'm thinking you are, let's say, from mid to like conclusion of that plan. What are those tiny pillars in here? The ring-shaped artifact I found looks like it would fit in the pedestal. Oh, wait a minute. Those rings are for this? We have found 2 rings, right? Yeah. I should bring more ring-shaped... Okay, so this is where those are for. Which means there are 6 in total. Actually, never mind, maybe more than 6? No, 6, okay. Huh. Let me check the quest list upgrade. I love how tonight's stream of this game have been, or it has been more on like finding answers for things we have had for so long so far instead of like finding new things. I mean, of course, getting to these new areas count as like, or it counts as like new things, but it's about the previous things. It's not like complete entirely new stuff, right? So yeah, today we are pretty much advancing on the side quests. So I found a mysterious shrine in the Badlands. I put the ring-shaped artifact in a slot inside the shrine. I should bring more. We are missing 4. Ring-shaped artifacts to the mysterious shrine in the Badlands. It could be possible this year. There we go. But you're not quite sure. We'll need to see if there will be a very good deal, right? Yeah, let's hope for it. And then the other one was this one, the Queendom with the chum eggs. My, let's say, purchasing plans for this year is going to be getting a capture card. I do hope I can get a capture card so I can try streaming the Switch games or the 3DS games. I'll need to see how that goes. Or in case like by November this year, Black Friday also gets very good prices and deals to me, then I can consider getting some more games too. And speaking on which, I'm kind of playing more on Mario Kart 8 again. Yeah, I took a break on Xenoblade, even though I confess that I had to look for the answer because I was like, I cannot solve this side quest puzzle, it makes no sense to me. And I felt kind of dumb because I was stuck on this one puzzle that I needed to find a certain boss in an area, but I explored the whole area and I did not find the boss. So I was like, where the heck is this boss? And then I was like, maybe he will only show up in a certain time of the day because some enemies can spawn in a certain moment of the day. I also changed the time of the day and nothing happened. So I kind of gave up. I was like, I need some help to like find this boss, right? And the answer was like super hard to like picture. But I also feel bad because there was at least one moment that I felt like doing what I needed to do, but I was like, no, because I don't know, I gave up on it. I assumed that what would be inside of like a cocoon, right? Inside of a cocoon would be this one monster. But I never noticed that inside of the cocoons there could be more varieties of monsters. And then that's where the freaking boss was. He was inside of a cocoon that I never destroyed because I assumed that inside the cocoons there would be only spiders. Nope, sometimes they have other enemies and a boss indeed. So that's how I could never find the freaking boss in Xenoblade. But I took a break on Xenoblade. And I went back to Mario Kart because I was playing Mario Kart with the friend that went to Vietnam today, and he's like very good in Mario Kart. I also learned that I can play the battle mode in Mario Kart single player. I don't think you could do that in the original, like in the SNS game, right? If you could, then I forgot about it. So I also tried the battle mode single player too for Mario Kart 8. You do check the listings like several times a day. You're not quite ready, but close to it. Let's see, maybe you can also get to the Corvette by the end of the year. Well, in other games, some enemies only show up if you keep killing other enemies in the area. Oh, that's also very brutal. If you go with this approach, maybe you can find the boss by accident. Yes, I was kind of thinking, because here's what I was thinking about this one Xenoblade situation. I need to find an enemy that's like the leader of a group of enemies. I think he was called the Chilkin. Yeah, the group of enemies are the Chilkins. They're pretty much a penguin type enemy that like wears, or that they wear an armor and a spear, I think, or something. As it is like a nice world, right? It is a nice area. So I had to find the Chilkin's leader. And by beating the Chilkin's leader, I would be able to bring natural balance to the food chain of that mountain, the icy mountain. But I could never find the Chilkin leader because he was hidden somewhere in the mountain, and then I never found him. But there was an area in the game that was very sus to me, and I was like, how is he not there? Which was the Chilkin's Lair. Just like today we found the Chum's Lair in this game, in Sable. Yeah, there was a Chilkin's Lair. But in the Chilkin's Lair, there were other type of enemies, not really the Chilkins. The Chilkins were actually outside of the lair, like by the entrance or something, not inside. Inside there were bats, spiders, and cocoons. And then I was like visiting the Chilkin's Lair many times, and then, you know, am I missing a secret passage in here? I'm not, because the map doesn't show me anything like that. Or could it be because of the time of the day? So I was like, let me see if he shows up during the night. No, there are no Chilkins inside of the lair. Maybe during the morning, nothing changed. But the cocoons were there. And then there were moments, or at least one moment that I was like, should I try finding this cocoon? But I ignored it, because so far in the game they only had the same type of enemy, which was pretty much a spider. And I gave up on that idea. I tried looking for him for some more time, and then I had to find some help. So I went into Google, and then I was like, how to find the Chilkin, or help me to find the Chilkin leader or something. And then I got completely spoiled. I was hoping for a vague hint, but I got like the straight up answer: he's inside a cocoon. And then I was like, okay, let me try finding out the right cocoon then. So I went back to the Chilkin's lair. He was not there, but inside of the cocoons there were the freaking Chilkins. So like, so that's where they are. And then surprisingly, where the boss was, he was next to the spot of the spider boss. I also had to beat the spider boss in this same side quest because they were causing the natural unbalance, like the food chain unbalance of the mountain. So you had to beat the spider boss, which is easy to find. It's like the map shows you where he was. But the leader of the Chilkins was trapped inside of the cocoon that the spider boss maybe gave to him, right? But did I fight that cocoon myself? I did not. So because of lack of luck, when I was facing the spider boss, there was a chance one of my party members could have started a fight against the cocoons that were in that area, and then maybe the other boss would show up again. I would need to beat them both together. But that didn't happen because I was unlucky. But yeah, that was the answer of this one, Xenoblade side quest, which was the hardest so far at least. But thankfully it's over, and for the other ones I could progress without like checking the guides and stuff, right? That one was very annoying though, but creative, so I kind of feel bad for not getting to that answer. There were ones last year you wanted. Wait, there were ones last year, but Ultras wasn't in a position to buy, but he would be able to do it now. So he's getting closer, but still has to be the right time, car, and price. Indeed, you gotta be really checking up the deals, right? Although to be fair, because let's say there is a limited amount of Corvettes, right? As I'm guessing it's not like everyone that will have a Corvette. I have the feeling it's rare to find new sellers, right? Because I imagine that whoever has a Corvette, it's already a collector and they might not sell their Corvette. I can be wrong though, of course, some people could be now considering selling their Corvettes, but I have the feeling within time it gets rarer and rarer. So what you actually need to wait is like for a person that's already selling a Corvette to somewhat decide to drop the price. But then there is the other point of view of that, which is basically, oh, my Corvette is like a rare item, and it is also a somewhat collector's item. So just like, let's say, Pokemon cards, the more time passes by, the more valuable they can get. So that's also a problem, right? Maybe instead of seeing prices to drop, some people could be raising their prices. But yeah, it sucks that I imagine, I'm not sure though, but that's how I would imagine it, that the chances of like new people selling Corvettes are low, especially the more time passes by. There are 1 or 2 postings a week, you see? Yeah, that's not much at all. In the range we're looking for, there is always 6 to 900 for sale in Canada Wild, or in Canada wide at any time, all Corvettes if any kind. But then don't you think those are already established announcements or selling opportunities? They have a higher chance of like getting more expensive or not changing their prices because people thinking that their cars are getting more and more rare and stuff. I mean, hopefully there will be some people that will be like, I need the money today, so I'm like special offer. It can also happen, but many people might be, let's say, at a good financial state, so they wouldn't need to like go into that urgency that much. Let's see if I can climb this. Maybe I can. But I'm looking between 1985 and 1996. And then there are so many years, but the older are usually they're usually cheaper. Yeah, it depends on the shape, right? That's also true. A very damaged car can't be sold like with a very expensive price. Now that I think back to the episode, Imaizumi did say something when Midosuji caught up, so I guess it's indeed part of the plan to keep him busy later on. I think Imaizumi said that Onoda, we are not waiting for Naruko. Yeah, they are actually going for finishing the race, if I remember it right, Yoda. They pretty much accelerated. And I think the only one that can get to them right now, or at least logically speaking, is Manemi, right? Hopefully that's his name. Onoda's rival from Hakone. Because I don't think he's tired. Like, he's probably at a good state, right? Of his energy. While Midosuji got exhausted, like, in the previous days, so he can't be that good for the last final day of the race. But the order you were saying was that they should go for it and give up on Naruko, so maybe Naruko will be the sacrifice for... Naruko was challenging Manami, right, to be honest, which was kind of impressive, but not sure if he can do that for too long. But regarding Midosuji, I don't know who is going to stop Midosuji now. Yuto ended up getting to the Komari, right? The muscle guy. Wait, is this good? Oh my god, I don't feel like this was a good decision. Can I go back, please? Yes, I totally cannot climb that yet. Let me go back and see if I can get somewhere else. Also, what the heck is that right there? Bro, this is a new area, right? It is. You see, I'm already exploring a new area. Okay, sure. Since I'm here and I may be finishing the stream soon, let me keep on trying to find new places here. But yeah, this is like the desert area. It looks a lot like it, but with taller mountains. And maybe what the heck is that right there? A taller spaceship or something? And a village. There is a village back there too. Man, so much to explore. So yeah, the prices are going up and people are stubborn, I imagine, because normally a collector won't be like, man, I really need this money for today, you know, because I'm under, I don't know, a money crisis. No, they are normally rich, they are financially stable or something, so they can wait, they can be patient to like, oh yeah, we'll wait until someone wants to buy this for the price I'm asking for. Actually, that's what I'm doing with my Pokemon cards as well. Like, I could make them cheaper if I wanted, and then maybe somebody else could buy them faster. But I'm patient. I'm like, I don't need that money that fast, you know? So, yeah, I don't think on dropping the price of my cards. And they are actually at a fair price as well, so... There we go, I somewhat hacked that. So, it is what it is, yeah. But keep a look or keep an eye open for the new sellers. Because I think the new sellers can be like not aware of the market, or at least not that much, and maybe they can make an offer or like sell their cars for a somewhat lower price than, or at least a fair price than normal, right? For Sohoku, things are going so well at the moment, probably not what the original plan expected. It is, right? Even... Oh, hello, Chameg. Even... How was it called? Teshima, right? Teshima. Even Teshima was able to surprise everybody with like what he was able to do. Hopefully I can still get another Chum egg somewhere. Yeah, what is that city up there? And look at that fossil next to it too. I kinda still feel like that Sohoku will win the race. We are still talking about Yoamushi Pedal, by the way. But I just don't know how are they doing it. At first I was thinking that Naruko could be the one, but not anymore right now. Maybe Maizumi actually. I don't think Onoda will be the, you know, the winner. But at the same time, Onoda is looking good and they are in front of everybody. Like, imagine if they actually, I don't know, don't give us a crazy climax for the end, right? Imagine, imagine the ideal world where Imaizumi and Onoda they just cross the finish line and forget about everybody else. I would love that too, even though many people would be pissed off. But I would love that, to be honest. It will actually sound more realistic. Because I mean, I don't watch like real life cycling races, but honestly, I think that when some racers they get a somewhat good advantage, nobody can stop them anymore, right? So yeah, it sounds realistic to me. And then real life races won't have so many twists and turns and you know and changes because they are like real people, so they get exhausted, they have their chances, but if they miss them, then it's over. And then of course in anime, everything is more extra, ultra, and exaggerated. The opening hints at Onoda versus Manemi. Not only that, they kind of promised each other that they would clash in this race, right? But they still haven't. Oh, I'm back to the Chum Egg spot. If only I could get there, though. Man, I don't think I can. I don't have anywhere else to go. I mean, I can also try that other side. But I don't think that's happening in Yoda, especially because the opening hints at it. Some openings can be super misleading, right? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a finishing race of Onoda and Manemi, especially not again. It's going to be different. And now I'm feeling it's going to be regarding Manemi versus Imaizumi, or Imaizumi versus um, Midosuji. Yeah, because of their rivalry too. Maybe what we are going to get is Onoda versus Menemi because, like I was saying, they made a promise, but it still hasn't happened. And then let's say that um, Onoda will sacrifice himself to stop Menemi, and then Imaizumi will go for it, and then maybe Midosuji will be able to get like closer to the finish line too, and then have a clash against Imaizumi. I don't know. It's been kind of weird, and it's still crazy how there are so many people competing, even though they are like 13 kilometers far from the finishing line. Like, what's going to happen? They have three Hakone racers, three Sohoku racers, and two Kyoto racers still. So it's like a lot of people. It's going to be Yuki versus Komari at the finish. Okay, I'm actually curious. Like I was telling you, I'm very curious to see what is Yuki going to do. He's a very mysterious character or basic character. Like he I understand he's like the brain of the team, but how can I say this? He hasn't been highlighted that much in the show, so you kind of think at him like he's generic or normal or regular. Especially because he's also very tired. Yeah, he's still very tired. He's kind of giving his last effort to stop Midosuji, but also to help or allow Menemi to keep on going. But yes, I'm very curious to see how is going to be his outcome. As long as it's not like what happened to Mizuta, then sure. Because poor Mizuta got no conclusion pretty much. He was, oh, Mizuta, I forgot he existed. He's not with us for like a long time already. And then what? And then what about Naruko, right? What are they doing with Naruko as well? Naruko will never stop Menemi, but will Menemi, let's say, beat Naruko that easily? Next episode we'll be seeing that. I don't know. I can keep on exploring this area, but I feel like I should not because I was still looking for the freaking beetle nest, but I couldn't find that. So I will go back to the Burnt Oak Station and use my final stream moments of today to see if I can find that. The beetle nest, and then maybe next time I try exploring it. Let's see if tomorrow I can stream again. I'm not sure, my schedule has been all crazy, but thank goodness I streamed today. I'm very happy that I returned, and then I also felt more energetic because I was like super tired. But sure, where could be this beetle nest though? Haven't I been everywhere in here? You know what? I'm changing my plans. As I just remembered that I got more stamina, there was a Chum Mag in here that maybe now I can get. And if I get one more Chum Mag, that means that I might get more upgrade. And I think it was there, wasn't it? In the abandoned dam. Let me check my phone very quickly in here. And man, I'm getting hungry now. But I can't wait for my grilled cheese later. Yes, I think it was there, right? The abandoned dam. Okay, there is something in here for me to do tomorrow. By the way, yesterday there was an Xbox Direct. They were talking about 5 games. There was like a vampire game. There was Minecraft Legends, which is like a strategy game. It looked good though. Minecraft Legends looked good. I liked how they were planning it. Like, I'm not a strategy gamer, but it looked interesting even to me. Like, it looked fun because you can either it's like you are in a big world, and then you need to first find where is your enemy's base, and then your enemy can build up walls to protect their base, and then of course they can also be attacking you, and then you need to be ready for their attack. Um, Also, they can set traps. I don't know, it reminded me of some sort of battle royale game, like Alice in Borderland, something like that, or the Hunger Games. It looked good. I was like, is this really how a strategy game feels like? I'm actually, kind of curious about this. I don't know, it looked very interesting. Oh, by the way, maybe this, yeah, this is not the right place. That sucks though. Where is the right place then? Wait, Fortnite. Fortnite's like that? No, 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 not really like Fortnite. No, not really like Fortnite. By the way, have I ever been up here? No, I have, yeah. Oh! I have not. What the heck? Okay, so this was the right place. Man, once I get to like maximum stamina, I'll need to go everywhere, right? And we got more money too. Yeah, this is new for me to check because this was not the dam. I have been to the top of the dam, but not the top of this. But hey, I can also get to the top of that now, right? Or maybe not, because she can't climb this. Yeah, they were talking about the vampire game, the Minecraft Legends game that looked interesting. They also talked about Forza, or the next Forza game. I think I'm missing another game that I don't remember, but the game that I wanted to talk about is a game that I do like what I have seen, and everybody has been loving it from the from the opinions and reviews on Steam, right? And also on Twitter. And I'm talking about hi-fi what again? By the way, am I glitching myself? Where am I? Okay, there we go. Wait, what is the game again? Hi-fi rock? Let me Google that again. Hi-fi Rush. Yes, Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush was by the creators of The Evil Within. They even joke about that on the trailer of the game. They say, seriously? Yeah, from The Evil Within, they created a very cheerful, animated, anime-looking, cartoonish-looking, high-energy game that has nothing about The Evil Within. And it is a rhythm action game. It looks very good. Like, very good. And then after the reveal so far, everybody has been loving it. And surprisingly, it was not only announced yesterday, but also released yesterday. So if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can play that already. And again, everybody has been loving it. Because they are saying that it is a game that, even though, let's say, doesn't have the most amazing realistic graphics like some players are looking for, right? To be seen at games, or even though it is like a very unique big shot, a risky move by the developers of The Evil Within to go, they took like a big jump, right? Or like they took a big shot at that. Even though all of that was like into consideration, it feels like a very good game and fun to play. So I'm very excited to play that game at some point. Because you guys also know that I do like some rhythm games. We were playing Elite Beat Agents not long ago. And also Bug Fables. Bug Fables has some rhythm in there for you to perform the attacks. Yeah, that game looked very great. Also, I believe it has some famous bands songs, not many, but maybe for the boss fights. But what also got to me was the art style. It looks like a Persona animation. Oh, you know what? What it actually reminded me the most was the world ends with you. Yeah, the art style got to me the most regarding the world ends with you. Yeah, I thought we were going to say Persona 3 Portable. I'm also very happy about Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden on the Switch, right? That's for sure too. But no, man, it's this one game called Hi-Fi Rush. It looks very good, and everybody has been like hyped for it. Everyone is like, thank you for this big surprise, or like Xbox or Microsoft, because it feels like this is the game that I have been hoping to play forever, or like they have been saying I haven't had so much fun in a game in like a long time. So I'm very excited about it and happy that it was released. Gabriel was talking to me about that on Discord too. He liked that game too from what we have seen of it. And in case anyone here has Xbox Game Pass, you can try it already. But I know I'm missing one last game they talked about, but I don't remember it anymore. I think I won't have time to, unless I really go straight up to it, because my time is running short right now. Let's give it a last attempt, right? I need to really find the dam. Also, February is coming up soon, and Nintendo has a very regular tradition of dropping a Nintendo Direct, right? In every February, not only the Pokemon Day Direct or something. Oh no, we have the glitch again, right? The glitch that I cannot call my bike. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, we might be getting Nintendo news too. I'm just actually surprised that Xbox and Microsoft were the first ones to drop some gaming news. Wait, Scarlet Nexus will be free to play for 4 days on Steam? But you cannot beat Scarlet Nexus in 4 days, right? Unless you really like play it like crazy. Scarlet Nexus, isn't it the... Oh no, Cold Vein. Cold Vein is the anime Dark Souls. Wait, where is the dam? Boy, I need my map now. I think it's there. Yeah, it is right there, right? Yes, I'm going on the right spot. Or on the right direction, it's right there. Yes, I can see it from here now, there we go. That's where I need to go. I will go there, get the other Chum egg that I remember that's there, and then return to the Chum Queen and get the stamina upgrade, and then that's going to be it. Are we going to try it, Yoda? Scarlet Nexus? I was watching a video of like this one Brazilian Nintendo YouTuber really mad about Nintendo doesn't really give us many free trial games, or you know, or even free games to play like other platforms do, for example Sony or Xbox, especially for like subscribers, like for Nintendo Online subscribers or Xbox Game Pass subscribers, or I don't know, PlayStation Plus subscribers. And also how he was upset on how Nintendo delivers or allows Japanese players to have better things to try for like a limited amount of time or even free games than us in here. So for example, these last days, Uno was free to try for 7 days, thanks to also Ubisoft. Yeah, it was also free to try on Ubisoft Connect, right? But also on the Nintendo Switch. Why are we in Japan when there is like a limited amount of time, for example, a 7 days trial in the Japanese Switch? The games they give to them are like more complete games than just you know. They even had Mario vs. Rabbids for you to try before in Japan for 7 days, and if you focused, you could even beat the whole game for free. So he was super upset. He was not saying that Uno was bad. Uno is a good game, especially like to play with friends and stuff. But why can't we get, the good games that Japanese Switch owners they get sometimes? For example, Mario vs. Rabbids. And also, Japanese Switch owners they get those free trial games more often than us. And then once we finally get something, it is Uno. So that's also the disappointment of this YouTuber, right? But yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Like, why do they get the goods and we only get simple things? That's the Chum egg right there. Unless there is another one that I don't remember, but yeah, now I can get to him. But yeah, Scarlet Nexus sounds like a fantastic game. Not sure if you can really beat it in 4 days. You probably can, but you gotta struggle. Oh my god, what? What just happened in here? We got knocked out by the Chum egg. What? Isn't there a meme that is like this? Like, yeah, there is a meme like that, right? I don't remember if it is a gaming meme, maybe. That they pretty much place characters on that position. Anyway, are you good, Sable? What the heck? Chum egg, you are an evil one. Don't play games with us, right? You gotta behave, because we are going to bring you to your mom. And hopefully that was the only one that I missed in here. It looks like it. Let's go there then. Where is it again? I think it is... No, Mysterious Shrine. No, it's not there. Never mind. It is still in the desert. Yeah, right there. Chum Lair. Oh, that's where my ship is. Was it? Wait, was that the reason why it couldn't get to me back there when I asked for it? I think not, right? That ship warps, or the bike warps with me every time I go into a new landmark. But hello, Chum Queen. What is the next up? Oh! I did not notice they were all here vibing and dancing. Okay, that's cute. Now I kinda wish I had a Chum plushie, right? I have, yes, I have more eggs for you. Yeah. This is a true kindness. Us chums are not often on the receiving end of such thoughtfulness. Your dedication to us is truly a boon. Although my face is covered, I'm sure the queen can feel my immense smile. What a genuine smile you have. Oh, stop, I'm getting emotional again. So, more stamina? Yeah, she's giving us another tear. Why does she cry like that though? Maybe you can indeed turn into a table. That sounds a lot like Banjo-Kazooie, right? No, it is more stamina. How is the... Oh, it even gets another layer, right? Okay. Another 20, please. Okay, I will do my best, but now it's going to take more time. Thank you so much for helping me out to finally get some, real upgrades in this game, because it was so... Yoda. With that stamina, I can maybe climb the tower. The freaking Salt Plains tower that I could never end the climb. Holy shit, that's the first thing I'm doing next time. I can go back to the freaking Salt Plains tower and maybe buy the map. Wait, can I warp there? Yeah, it was somewhat close to Trellix Pillar, right? Okay, it is worth a rematch now. Maybe now we can face this enormous tower and get there to that freaking balloon right there. Let's go. Although I gotta go. Yes, I will save it in here. It's my time. Big Brother Brazil is going to start, and today is an important day in there. I'm sorry, Gabriel, though, in case you're still here, because Gabriel hates that I love that show. I understand him. It is trash. It's not like educational. It's not making me or turning me into a better person. I mean, to be honest, a little bit though, because the situations that happen in there, the dramas, sometimes the people in there commit so huge mistakes that you kind of get lessons from some of them too, and from the things they talk about and stuff. But in general, Gabriel is right. It's just like drama and, nothing that matters that much for our lives. But it's good for my mind, and I'm kind of enjoying that, so... Tingle, yeah, we gotta finally get to Tingle right there on top of that tower, because I did not have enough stamina to climb that before, but now I might have. So all the humiliation I had in the other stream of this game, that I was like, let's explore, let's get everywhere and everything, and then I was beaten up by that tower. Now I think we can do it. Not saying it will be easy though, but we got a lot of stamina upgrades, so we might be okay. If only there is a similar mechanic in Xenoblade, like higher stamina means you can take more fall damage. Yeah, Xenoblade only allows us to protect from fall damage in case you have extra health, which by the way, Ricky, my party member in Xenoblade, is my favorite character to try climbing high spots or falling from high spots, because he has 9,999 HP thanks to all of the equipment and items I gave him. So if somebody needs to fall, that's him, because he's the one that has the best chance to survive after a fall damage. But yeah, that's the only way or strategy I go for, besides of course falling into a water bank, because you don't get fall damage from any water bank, right? But that's true, there should be some sort of stamina as well in there. Actually, there should be climbing in Xenoblade, because you cannot climb, you can only jump, and their jumps suck, right? You know what's also funny, yo? The ice mechanics. I was mentioning the icy area, the icy mountain, right? When they slide on thin ice, it is so crazy. I even saw some people memeing about it, or it was when I was on YouTube listening to that area's music, because Xenoblade has fantastic soundtrack, by the way. Yeah, it is amazing. And then when I was enjoying the songs of the icy mountain, it's called Valak Mountain, I think. It's something like that. People on the comments were saying there was no game ever made that has so great ice mechanics, or ice skating mechanics, right, as Xenoblade. And it is wild, it is so crazy. I like it and I hate it at the same time. It is so mixed feelings. The Final Fantasy VII minigame? Which one? Why do I only remember of like Digimon World curling when I think about ice minigame now. You said Final Fantasy VII, but the first thing that got to my mind was curling in Digimon World. That was all I could remember. Oh no, Subaru. Subaru, I'm leaving though. Yeah, Subaru, I'm finishing the stream though. But Subaru, today we did find a lot of things in here in this short amount of time, right? Yes, Subaru, I'm sorry, man. I'm just leaving. I will see if I can stream again tomorrow. No promises though, but I will try to return to the streams after the busy week I had last week, plus the lack of energy I had this week, right? But today I felt a little bit better. Yeah, today we finally got more stamina in this game, man, because we found the Chum Queen. Spoilers, right? And then we gave her the chums, or the chum eggs, and then for certain amounts of chum eggs, she gave us more stamina. We also progressed more on the side quests we had. Like, we found a place for the artifacts, like those rings that we were getting from, those bigger rings that we ride inside of them, and then we activated a dungeon, and then inside those dungeons there were some artifacts. We found a spot for us to place those artifacts that are 6. We have 2. And we even checked a little bit on a new area by accident, because it looks so close to the desert area that it is like an extension of the desert, but with higher mountains. Yeah, we explored that area a little bit too. I could not find the freaking beetle hideout or beetle nest, but I will try doing that hopefully tomorrow or on this game's next stream. But because of the stamina boost, now I'm feeling more confident about retrying that right there. Do you remember that, Subaru? It's the Tingle of the Salt Plains area that I got beaten up by that tower because I could not climb it. So I will try climbing that next time to buy the map too. But anyway, guys, I gotta go because I wanna watch Big Brother Brazil. So once again, I will try to stream again. Not sure how many times, but at least better than before. And they might be starting a little bit earlier than normal. I hope I can try pushing that. If not, then let's say regular time or normal time. But they might be ending sooner than normal because I'm watching Big Brother Brazil and I was wanting not to miss the episodes, right? Because I kind of have been into it, even though I know it's trash, but it's good trash for my brain because it kind of pretty much distracts me from stress. And it's how I imagine I would feel like if I had a sport to follow, by the way, or for example, like everyone or many people in here does. Anyway, so be prepared for some, shorter streams than normal, but at least I will see how much I can be doing it so we can continue with the playthroughs we have so far. And depending on the day, maybe I can just skip a Big Brother episode or something, but today is important and I'm missing it already. So let me go there, have a good night, take care, and I catch you then. Goodbye.